What is up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm here with my co-host Johnny K Picks, the other part of Defend Your Units, and we have some special guests here tonight for Defend Your Units Last Look. Got my boy Dravy, got my boy PropAholic. How you boys doing tonight?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Excited for this card. The elevation aspect. I'm excited to see how it's gonna affect the card, and yeah, we're gonna have some fun fights, and pretty sure the fans gonna go crazy.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It's have they been in? When was the last time they were in Mexico?
A long time ago.
Did they have
4 years ago?
Pre-COVID? Noche was in America. That was
Noche was in Vegas.
Yeah. They said they're going to do the next.
I think it was like at least 3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, that was
a while ago.
Has it been since COVID? I think it was maybe even before.
It might have been before.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It's definitely going to be a great card, man. It's got a lot of tough people on it. It's got these lower weights, so you're going to see some more skilled fights instead of just maybe a lot of one-punch knockouts or a lot of fat dudes gassing out. So
got zero of those fat guys.
Yep, that's a super good move. Before we get into everything, Dravy, tell us where you're at, what you do, where you're good.
What you mean? Excuse me?
Let everybody know where they can find you, where you're at, all your different spots.
Yeah, man, you can find me on Twitter as always, Dravy_. I have a Telegram as well, and I have a Dub Club where you can get every bet. And I also run a promo for this month, so it's almost gone, but it's 50% off. So if you guys want to get all my bets, I did win all the events so far, UFC and pre-UFC, 6 out of 6 events, and
killing it.
I think I'm close to 45 units profit, and we're only at the end of February, so it's crazy, dude. Crazy run. So yeah, gonna make it to the March, and yeah, let's keep rolling.
Right on.
Heck yeah, excellent, man. Nice discount on it too. I got links in the description too for everybody for these guys. Prop, what's up, man? Where can they find you?
Yeah, what's up, Cody? What's up, guys? You guys can find me at MMA_PropAholic on Twitter. I have my Discord linked in there as well, where I give my first bets initially. I give my breakdowns first and then post them on my Twitter. You guys can find me on MMA PropAholic on YouTube as well. And I'm going to be making a TikTok and posting small little breakdown bets for my for MMA_PropAholic as well on TikTok. So, yeah, that's where you guys can find me as well. And on Bet MMA Tips, third-party track betting.
Love it.
Excellent.
Everywhere.
Excellent. Yanni K, what about you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, not TikTok or anything like that. I also got Patreon as well. Check me out there, Johnny K Picks. Yeah, and then half of the Defender units. We got bet number 3 coming up on the ladder challenge. We're gonna crush that, and looking forward to moving that up to bet 10. Yep. 25K, baby.
We got 50 people in here, and I just want to have everybody like this video. Also, everybody tell Johnny thank you for supporting his boy. He bought that sticker and actually put it on his wall of the Blood Money.
Right there.
So appreciate you for that, all the support. But yeah, man, let's say what's up to everybody in the chat, and then we'll get into this card. How many fights we got? 12?
13.
13? Okay. First in the chat, we got our dude, Mushroom MMA, man. Everybody can check out Mushroom MMA, Rob, on Twitter and YouTube. Puts out a great show on Thursdays, and we're going to be getting a hold of you to get you on a show in March. Or
I actually contacted him, and he's going to let me know.
Good, because we just talked about it. But I appreciate you coming out, Mushroom. Kiwi, chur all. We finally got the good meaning of chur all, man. It's like
chur.
Cool. It's like everything.
Chur, Kiwi, chur.
Appreciate you coming out, Kiwi. Jumbo Loco in the house. Made it on time. He said, hey, what's up, dudes? I made it early tonight. I was actually a little
Someone was late tonight.
Yeah. So we appreciate everybody coming out a little early. But you're still gonna get some good bets. You got some solid talent up here with some good picks. Ryan said Johnny and Blood gonna be a great card. You already know it. Eric, look at these 4 gambling assassins. Eric. There will be blood. What's up, Bird Buddy? What's up, Mushroom Brother? There will be blood. Best names in the game. Let's go. Bunny Hunter said UFC Mexico. Good luck to everybody. Good luck, Bunny Hunter. There will be blood. Didn't Bisping get bottle thrown? Yeah. That was. Yeah,
it went down.
That was a while ago. That was at least like 5 years ago when Yair and Jeremy Stevens fought.
Oh, look.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was Yair and Jeremy Stevens, and Yair poked Jeremy Stevens in the eye on like the first 20 seconds, and everybody's like, and then Jeremy Stevens couldn't fight, and everybody's like, fuck that. But not today. Scott in a building. He said Scott is here. Good luck to everyone,
What's up,
including Johnny. Even Johnny.
Appreciate you,
Even
man.
Miller Lite guys deserve to beat the bookies.
That's right.
What you drinking, Prop? What you got? You had that like 15% or IPA, didn't you?
Nah, I just got a C4.
Oh,
it's,
nice.
it's invisible. I can't even see
Yeah.
it.
Already exploded. Already exploded.
You're glitching out there.
Yeah.
You're in the
Derek
Matrix is glitching.
Derek Izzy, our dude's in the house, man. Racquetball champion says, one more sleep. The algorithm is calling for Moreno to finish
Love it.
Royval. I'm down with
Oh
that.
man, that bet number 3 is looking mighty good right now.
What is up, Cruiser? He said throwing 100 on Yair.
I love it.
I mean, I can't blame anybody being on either side of that fight, man.
I love it.
Maestro in the building said, what up, crew?
What's up,
What a
Maestro?
crew for tonight's show. Looking forward to hearing from what you all have to say, man. Shout out MMA Maestro. Check him out on Twitter. Puts out great bets, great explanations for his bets every single week. So check him out, MMA Maestro. He's been on the show. Great dude. Pantera T-City predictions. Okay. All right. Cody Dank in the house, man. We got all the good cappers. This is the sharpest chat in the game. He said, yo, we here. Here we go again. Let's go, Cody. Everybody check out Cody too. He's got a great YouTube channel and he's got a great Twitter, man. He's been on the show a couple times. You know he's good. Brandon's in the building. He said my body is ready.
Let's go.
It's ready. Thank you, Johnny. LOL.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay.
I don't know why, but you're welcome.
Inside joke. Okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take a thank you.
Alex said, hey, you guys looking forward to this card tomorrow? Managed to beat some line movement. That Marab bet cash big, Cody. It
Yes,
did.
sir.
And we got that plus minus 175.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
First round was a little when Cejudo rocked him a little bit, landed the takedown, but Marab's gonna do Marab things.
Mhm.
And in 5 rounds, you gotta knock
yeah.
that dude out dead to kill him. Period. And I don't even know if his brain would even. You seen when Ricky Simone choked the fucker out, bro? His legs and body kept moving like a fucking snake.
Just in that guillotine for a whole entire minute.
Yeah, and then his body still was kicking, didn't want to give up even when he's half dead. So you have to kill me. That's what he says. Seems like me and Cody are on the same page with a couple bets this week. It's always a good sign. You know it. Jack Hermanson. Jack fucking Hermanson.
That was a good call, bro, man.
Yeah.
I took a lot of flack for that, especially after having 2 of the worst weeks I ever had in betting. And then I picked out, everybody's like, oh, you just would give your money away, stupid.
Yeah.
Call me stupid.
That's how you shut them up,
You know
bro.
you're gonna do good on the bets, man.
Yeah, dude. When I got a bet and the line goes the other way, which doesn't happen very much, but when it does, I love it. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like when I had Volkov versus Romanov, and I paid like minus 135. He ended up becoming a dog. I'm like, I don't care. As long as the bet cashes, but hate that. B-Tech in the house. He said, what's up, guys? We're going to crush the bookies tomorrow. We are. Killed line
Yes,
movement
sir.
on this card. You guys get any 9 mob action at all? 9 mob?
275 in the parlay.
There you go.
Fuck
Not
no.
a money line, but I got a
No.
prop on it.
Okay. Palm Atlantic in the building. Blessings to you all. Let's get this bag. Let's get it, man. Even though Johnny did call, he did. I'm surprised he didn't bet it. Surprised he just put the bad
You
juju
can't
on
bet
us.
again. You can't.
You
I can't.
didn't bet it, bro. You come into my post. I was sure you bet him with me. Come on.
I picked him. I was confident, but I wasn't like overly
Victoria
confident.
saved my ass last card.
I would say this though. I wish I would have jumped on him at plus 160 when I did see it, and I should have done it because I felt more comfortable then. But now it was at like a pick 'em, and I'm like, no.
You guys remember I called Volkanovski back-to-back KO loss. Remember last time I was on the show, I called Makachev to knock him out.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. He was winning till he wasn't, though. Like he was winning till he wasn't. But, and invest in that, dude. He hasn't invented. Fucking talking about prop putting up his thing. Let's see. Ricky looks like he has cigarettes burned on his chest and weigh-ins. Oh,
Yeah, I saw
Tercios.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Really?
It's
Got like little
yeah,
blocks or something.
Yeah,
the cutter.
2 liter.
Yeah. He said it's vodka though. It's vodka.
A little bit of
Favorite
vodka
show's
in there.
Trailer Park Boys. up there.
Maybe. Who knows?
You watch Trailer Park Boys up there, Dravy? I know you gotta watch Trailer Park Boys. The best,
No.
or the best Canadian show ever, but one of the best shows ever made. Johnny still ain't watched it, huh?
No.
No.
It's a funny ass show.
It's
What was
the
that other
fucking
one?
best. It's literally the funniest show. S Blood, what is up? Jaden in the house. He said, let's go, Jaden. Brandon said, yeah, Ricky left his shirt on at the ceremony. Okay. Boys, first fight that I have, just because I don't want to get them out of order. Oh well. Claudio Pujolas and Faraz Ziam. Dravy, you can break this one down, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a hot take probably on this one. I know people are kind of parlaying Ziam in this spot. I'm gonna have to disagree. Yeah, I mean he has been submitted 3 times, and he did improve his grappling to his credit. It looked better in the Figulac fight. Difference is he was big dog in the Figulac fight. He was not minus 200, and now I feel like we have some recency bias on the line, and that's when we got to take advantage of it. Like, I mean, I bet Dan Hooker at minus 150 against Puelles. That was easy money. But Dan Hooker is a different level of striker than Ziam, and he's way more dangerous. So, like, Puelles shit the bag in that fight. He was scared as shit, and the power was just too much. But yeah, man, I don't think Ziam is a good finisher. I don't think he has much power. He's a good striker. Don't get me wrong. He's good at winning minutes, but with Puelles, he can be winning the first 2 rounds, and then he can still get submitted in the 3rd round. We know that Puelles can submit anyone in any rounds. He's not like a first round sub or bust. He submit people in the 2nd and 3rd round before. So I feel like he's very light for a sub. Also, if you look at his Instagram, just a little inside, like he took more than a year off since the Dan Hooker fight. But the dude trained his ass off. Like, he traveled a lot. He's normally training at Killcliff, but if you look his Instagram, he's around good people, and he's been working. So since the time off, he's not like not training or everything. So I love that. He's still young, and he looked like he wants to improve his game. And yeah, he was like plus 125 against Dan Hooker to like plus 180 to Ziam now. Yeah. I don't really like his money line, though. I'll say that, because like plus 180, he could win a decision, I guess, but I don't really see it. I think it's either going to be Ziam by decision, or maybe in the 3rd round if Puelles is dead as tired. But he's going to need Puelles to be tired to finish him, which I'm not sure. Maybe he's going to be dead as tired. Who knows, right? But I feel like Puelles is live for a sub, and the sub is around plus 350. So with a guy with this type of grappling, because the dude's a high-level black belt, you kind of have to take a shot at plus 350. That's his main path to victory. And a guy like Ziam, he's a French guy. I love my French guys, but we know the grappling sometimes it's nothing special, right? So yeah, I feel like he's gonna catch a sub here.
Yeah, I don't mind that play at all. Prop, how do you see this going down?
Yeah, so I actually bet the fight doesn't go to decision at minus 122 on FanDuel for 1.22 units. I think Ziam can finish Puelles in this spot because he does go to the body a pretty good amount. I don't think Puelles reacts good to the body. Like, even when you go watch him back in 2016 against Bravo, when he was getting hit to the body immediately, he just started backing up and he was folding. And yeah, Dan Hooker is definitely high level. He's definitely a better fighter than Ziam. But as soon as Dan Hooker went to the body, he was just folded. Like, it was like a little front kick to the body, and he just folded and kind of gave up. Like the ref gave him a chance to get up, and he just didn't want to get back up. And when Ziam's always in his fights, like every single fight, he's just always ending up on the ground. And with a guy like Puelles, who in Ziam, who's going to want to kickbox on the outside, and he has long ass legs. Like, I think Puelles can get a sub, but I also think at the same time he's kind of kill or be killed in this spot because I don't think his striking is that good. I think he uses way too many body kicks. He doesn't really throw any hands at all. And I think that this is just like a spot for the fight to basically end inside a distance. I think Ziam can finish him. I think Puelles can get the subs. So, yeah, give me violence here at minus 122.
I don't mind that at all. Yanni, what do you got, brother?
Yeah, striker versus grappler here. I agree with everything that everyone said. I'm just going to go with Ziam instead. I'm just that guy that just likes striking, I guess. I don't know what it is, but I just don't favor Puelles' wrestling, and his takedowns are a little meh to me. He does have to work really hard to get those down, and Ziam's takedown defense isn't a super amazing, but it's not really all that bad either. But if he does get taken down and he is on his back, he is in trouble a little bit. So do I think he can stuff all the takedowns? He might get taken down once, but I just can't trust Puelles at this moment right now. I know that the last fight was a bad look for him, but it was Dan Hooker. So, but even that, like, he's kind of like a sub or bust to me. Like, he's not going to win the striking exchanges. The wrestling exchanges are going to be a little iffy as well, too. So I just trust Ziam to win the minutes here, and I do think he's going to win by decision. But Puelas is always going to be live. He can win in rounds 1, 2, or 3. So I'm just going to go with Ziam. I have no bets on this fight at all because I have to see from both guys. So
I have a question for you, Johnny. Do you think he needs takedown to get a sub?
For this fight, yeah, I think so. Unless he can take the jump and take the back.
I think he can get a heel hook. Like he did
I don't think he needs a takedown, to be honest. He can get a sub without a takedown. He can, and also
he could, but will he is the question. I don't think he will.
And Ziam tend to shoot more takedowns lately. I guess
he'd be stupid, and he deserves to lose if he does.
Yeah.
I don't think he will.
Minus 200.
I would be shocked, which is why I'm not betting this fight.
It's crazy.
Anything can happen.
You have minus 200. Minus 200 Ziam in your parlay, and then you're shooting takedowns. You're like,
oh, I would rip up my ticket right off the bat. There's no way.
Right.
But yeah, he has been shooting takedowns a little bit more recently. Against Jai Herbert.
He almost sold the last minute of the fight against Speedglack.
Yeah.
But he was slowing down though too, and Ziam wasn't.
That's thing
probably
though,
why
that makes me actually pick him because Figlack's got good jiu-jitsu. I don't care what anybody says. Like if you watch that fight, he was trying knee bars on Ziam and all different kinds of stuff. I bet if we look it up, he might be a black belt too. Not to say he's this high level because he's never going to get 3 knee bars in 5 fights, but you got to look who freaking Puelas is out here knee barring, like Clay Guida and freaking Grootsmacher and the one dude from years ago. They're not really the best. And to be honest, I actually think Faraz Ziam's like pretty good. Like that beating he put on Figlock, like he beat him standing in on the ground. People might not know, but like Michael Figlock's actually pretty good. He's going to be fighting again here soon, but that kid's actually pretty good. But the thing that gets me, I don't think Puelas, like I like Faraz's size advantage here too. You know what I mean? Because when you're a dude that doesn't have the greatest takedowns, you could like, you kind of got to just muscle dudes down, or you could do like Eminari rolls or whatever. But as far as just you're 5'10" with the 72-inch reach, and you're not the greatest wrestler in the world, for you to just go up and grab a 6'1" dude with the 75-inch reach and just throw him or drag him to the ground. It's not that easy to do. And I think Ziam's like, he's definitely got the way better striking, and he might have the wrestling just to keep this on the feet. But it is dangerous. It's like Dravhy said, like there's definitely a chance that Puelas could pull out a knee bar because he's done it from freaking weird spots late in fights. So Ziam's going to have to stay on his P's and Q's. So I didn't even bet this fight, but I do like Ziam here. I just like that, you know what I mean? If he does keep it standing, he's going to beat the shit out of Puelas. Like Puelas hasn't – it's weird though. Puelas actually has a straight left hand and a fast-ass left head kick, but it's like he don't believe in his striking. So he just throws a couple of it and tries to wrestle. But it's like if he took this year off and found some composure on the feet, he could actually be good on the feet because he's fast and he's a southpaw. But it's like he don't believe in it because he kicked Grootsmacher in the head a couple times and wobbled him, and they were fast-ass head kicks. But so you never know. But it is a tough fight, and the line's pretty high, but Ziam is pretty good, though, I think. Maestro says Ziam 2-4 outside Europe. Yeah, 3 losses via sub, but I feel like he's gotten so much better. And like he was going to beat up Terrence McKinney if McKinney didn't get that sub, like the weird neck crank freaking. But actually,
that's the blueprint. Is just survive round 1. You're going to win.
Yeah. And Puelas, like Dravhy said, like Nate just said, he could come in. So Rob, you got yes, good supporters out there. Okay,
a little kissy emoji and everything. Damn.
I might know who that is.
News dropped a few hours ago that Henry Cejudo is not retiring.
Yeah, like that little guy.
Didn't he break his arm? Or am I tripping? Wasn't this shit broke? Did you guys see how swollen his forearm was in that fight?
Broke his arm?
I don't know.
You guys didn't see his forearm in that fight? It looked like I thought he had a broken arm like most of the time. Like his forearm had a divot, like a divot, and his arm's only that big. You know what I mean? So it's like a fucking big divot. PropAholic's biggest fan. Let's go, man. Okay, Prop. All right. There will be blood. I'm confident in Ziam decision, hooker in the leg lock or whatever. Yeah, looking at them. You just gotta put your thumb in Ziam's butt. And if he gets you in a knee bar, take that thumb. You don't even have no Vaseline, nothing. Just boop, bink.
No, that's a
he'll let you go.
Bink, and then
he'll look back, smile at you, wink, and then let you go, man. This is how I think it's
for
part
free.
Of the game.
That's free too.
Is that what they do in France? Dravy?
I'm like, who you asking?
I'm asking the French dude.
I'm not in France, bro. I'm in
Nice.
Quebec. Come on,
French
Cody.
Canadian. Okay.
Yeah, it's not the same, bro. I don't know what they're doing up there.
I always think I'm talking to St. Pierre. Did you sound exactly like GSP though? That is awesome.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I mean, I'm from the same place, like
Oh,
of GSP. Yeah, that's normal. We
you
have
ever
like
seen him? And you ever seen him anywhere?
No, actually, no. But he's more in Montreal. I'm more in Quebec, so it's like 2 hours difference. But like,
okay.
if I want to, maybe if he's in a gym or something, I can see him one day. That's for sure. But
That'd be cool. Shit.
yeah, man.
Over in God dang, I can't even think of the gym now. I haven't said it for so long. His brother's fighting next week. TriStar.
Yeah.
All right. Next fight, dude. My shit's way out of order. All right, men's bantamweight. Christian Quinones and Ronnie Barcelos. Prop, you can start this one.
Yeah, so Dravy actually hit me up to tape this one early because he was talking to me about the under 2.5, which was sitting at plus 160. So I ended up doing the tape, and I absolutely loved it from what I saw on the tape. So I put a unit on it at plus 160, and now it's at minus 150 now. So I did a pretty good, significant amount of line movement there. I just see Barcelos getting hurt in a lot of his fights. Like in the Victor Henry fight, he was getting hurt. I think with the shots that Barcelos was also landing in the Victor Henry fight, that he would get Quinones out with those shots because Victor Henry is also very durable. Quinones gets hurt in the Contender Series fight against some guy where I think Quinones is a really big favorite. He has a good right hand as well. I think he's a little bit chinny as well. I think he's kind of useless off his back, honestly. I think Barcelos can get him out of there if he gets his back as well and he can get the submission. I just don't like where it's priced. And Nurmagomedov landed just like a little check left hook, and that's what kind of knocked him out. I know Nurmagomedov's like a very good prospect, but I just didn't like and I called the Nurmagomedov KO on that fight. I had it at plus 800. And like in the Kyler Phillips fight as well, like Kyler Phillips dropped Barcelos as well. So I just saw like a lot of them, they're getting hurt in a lot of their fights. So yeah, I took the under 2.5 at plus 160. Like I even think now, like if you were to bet like the fight to end in violence, I would just take the fight to end by knockout because I know Kung only has 2 knockdowns at the UFC level, and he knocked down Quinones pretty easily. Like Quinones was coming off 2 Quinones was coming off 2 knockout wins, and he just got himself into a war, and he leaves his chin up. Like he has no striking defense as well, and it's gonna be a high volume fight. The pace is gonna be set here, so yeah, I still like violence here, but I wouldn't really play it at the price it's at now. But the Discord got plus 160 and plus money, so I'm happy for that.
Yeah. Yanni K, how do you see this going down?
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight. I kind of went back and forth when I first did my breakdowns, but I'm going to go with Barcelos. I just like, he's the more technical fighter. I like his wrestling. He's got good grappling. He's going to have the ground edge here. The only thing that worries me with him is his age. He has been getting hit a lot and knocked around in the first round, so that's going to be a little bit of an issue for him there. But, man, if he uses that wrestling and gets that takedown early in the fight, I think he can drag this into the later rounds and actually win this fight. He's probably going to win by decision if he wins. But Quinones, though, I mean, he's always going to be live for a knockout. He's got, crazy power in his hands. He is durable, even though he got knocked out by King or actually submitted, but it was a club and sub. But he just does it's striking defense, so that's what gets me with Quinones, too. So, we'll see what happens in this fight. Like I said, I think this is just a little too crazy. I do like the unders too, but I'm just going to go with Barcelos to win by decision. And I don't really have any crazy plays for this one, just a little fight to start round 2 in a parlay, because I do think this goes into the second round. A lot of these guys, both these guys are pretty durable, and I think more than like 75% of the time they've gone to round 2 in the last 10 fights. So,
okay. Dravy, how do you see it going down?
Yeah, I messaged Prop about the under, but I didn't take it. I didn't imagine it would move that quick. But yeah,
plus you got your Prop.
Plus 160. That's an insane bet for sure. I guess I'm not gonna talk about the durability and everything because you guys just did, but more about the cardio aspect of Barcelos. Because yeah, remember the cards at high elevation, we all know that, but Barcelos' cardio didn't look that good to me lately. Like he slowed down in fights at time, and now he's getting older. I can't imagine his cardio getting better, And in Mexico, who knows? Like if he slow down after 8 minutes, Quinones has good cardio in my opinion. So yeah, it might be a difference for him. But yeah, to be honest, I don't have a strong read about this fight. I think the under is probably the play, but I don't like it at these odds because yeah, Barcelo's chin is not very good anymore, and I don't rate Quinones, and they're probably gonna scrap. But Barcelos can potentially take him down and submit him easily. But can I really trust him to do that at big chalk? Personally, no. So money line wise, if you consider the cardio aspect, the age, the durability, everything kind of have to be dog or pass for me. But I'm not passionate about this fight myself. So yeah, I'm not even sure who's gonna win. So if I had to bet it, I would bet Quinones. But the line came down a little bit. It was plus 170 at some point. I almost bet him at plus 170. Now at plus 134, plus 134. Yeah, no, I'm not interested because Barcelo's the better fighter, like that's for sure. But he just, you can see that he's a bit past his prime. Durability is starting to go. Cardio is not as good. So yeah.
Yeah, I like Barcelos a lot here. I think he beats the shit out of this kid, to be honest. He's got the striking to stand with him, and then he's gonna have the better wrestling and jiu-jitsu. Like, if you go watch Jaime Barcelos fight like regular dudes, like he beats the shit out of them. Like he beat the shit out of Trevin Jones. Most people don't beat the shit out of him. Like he beat the shit out of him the whole time. Beat the shit out of Chris Gutierrez, like a bunch of people, and he just beats them down if they're not like on a crazy level. That knockout from Umar was crazy. I mean, Umar started cracking him before he knocked him out, but then he threw like that knee and then just like that little punch hook, that little hook right after it hit him right on the chin. It was perfect. But other than that, Jaime Barcelos is durable, dude, and he's well-rounded and he's freaking tough as shit. And I just don't think Quinones is going to put him out. And I think that Barcelos can get some grappling going in this. I think he's going to be able to take Quinones down. Like, you know what I mean? What wrestling really could Quinones have had too much compared to Barcelos, like a 7-time Brazilian national wrestler, 5-time champ. But give me Barcelos, man. I really don't think he gets knocked out here. Even though Quinones, like, he does have good boxing and movement and stuff, like Barcelos stays in your face. You know what I mean? That's how he was able to beat like Said Nurmagomedov and stuff like that, because he stays right in their face, doesn't let him get out there kicking him and doing all that. Like he actually tore up Said's leg with kicks because Said was so heavy on his lead leg, like, and bounced around. He just kept leg kicking him. But Jaime Barcelos, way more experience, to me, way tougher. Like Jaime Barcelos beats up Kang, you know what I mean, who just dropped and knocked out Quinones. Quinones, he's the one with the durability issues. I think he's been finished in all 4 of his 4. He's got, yeah. So I mean, he's the one with real durability issues, in my opinion. So give me Jaime Barcelos. I think he wins anywhere this fight goes, even if it just stayed striking for 3 rounds. He's got more power to me. He's got a sick uppercut. But yeah, I think he's better than this kid everywhere. And I don't know. I don't see Quinones finishing him. And I really don't see him outpointing him.
I think the first round will just be a little crazy, like the first 2 or 3 minutes. And then after that, I think it's going to slow down a lot. Like the
Barcelos that we watched in Nashville still look good. That was like 5 months ago.
And honestly, I think Barcelos won that fight.
Yeah.
We both did, because I had a Kyler Phillips bet and I was sweating. And I was like, oh, this isn't going to be good. Trust me.
Right.
Phillips looked like he was getting tired from the pressure too.
Yeah.
And Barcelos,
he looked like he didn't expect it.
Yeah.
True.
And he actually was able, like when he needed to, he actually landed a couple little takedowns. Not that he held Barcelos down for long, but Kyler Phillips is actually pretty big for that division, and he's got pretty decent wrestling. But like, I mean, if he starts hurting Quinones, what can Quinones do other than take a bad shot and get guillotined? Like Barcelos has been a black belt for like 17 years now. So
I think he's a 3rd degree.
Yeah,
or 2nd degree.
Dad's a Coro belt, so he's been doing it forever. He got his black belt when he was 20. He's like 36 now. So, and he's a judo black belt too. He's got a whole bunch of black. His dad raised him for fighting, dude. His dad's a beast too. All right, next fight is in the men's. Let's see. Oh wait, my bad. Let's see. Nick Sisson in the house, and all y'all hit that like button. It barely takes a second of your time. It does. 73 people here. Smash that like button for us, man. Drop us a little comment. Let us know your best bets. Fight talk only in the house. He said Blood, Johnny K, Dravy, Prop, hanging with the boys. Yes, sir. Everybody check out Fight Talk Only. He drops a community collaboration every single week where he asks a bunch of the cappers in the game to give you their pick, their bet on a certain fight and stuff like that. And he puts it all together with excellent graphics. Dude is awesome. Does great graphics. I did my header. I think he did your guys' header too, right?
Yeah, he did mine as well. He makes great banners.
He's doing good work.
Yep.
And
So if you guys,
free.
yep, if you guys need anything done, Fight Talk only on Twitter, man, go hit him up. Bondar needs to be sent to Ukraine front lines. Sheesh. He's old but tough and durable experience. Yeah, true that. 138 MMA. Everybody check out Tyler too on Twitter and YouTube at 138 MMA. So what's up, fellas? Listening to you and watching Karate Combat. There you go. That's a good combo. That is a great combo. Yeah, that was you. You came in at the wrong time.
Heyo.
It's not what it sounded like. I didn't even say Bink after that.
Cody's just talking about stuff he likes. That's all.
Here we go. Here we go. I think Barcelos will weather the storm and be prepared for thin air. Yeah. Eric Zavala in the house. What is up, man? We appreciate the comment. I hope you kill it this week too. I hope he posts his bets on Instagram too and always kills it. Like Barcelos, you're a smart man, Thomas. Appreciate you coming out to Real Fights. No fiance in sight. Joint in hand. Cody, Johnny, and the boys on the screen. Let's go. Let's have it. Friday night. Jeez, that's
Real
a good night right
living
there.
Living it up right now.
Living the dream. That's the dream. That's the American dream right there, man. Appreciate you coming out with us Real Fight picks. Jaden, don't like Barcelona. Oh, okay. Cody got that brown thumb action. I'm not a problem, man. But I will not get knee barred. I'll tell you that. All right. I'll leave with my thumb stinking before my knee gets broken. That's a goddamn fact. You take that to the bank. Men's featherweight division. Here we go. We got Muhammad Naimov versus Eric Silva. Yannick, you can start this one.
Yeah, we'll make this a little quick, though, because I do think Naimov's the better overall fighter here. I mean, Silva's pretty good grappler. He does have some crazy elbows he can do earlier, spinning attacks on the feet. But overall, Naimov's a better fighter here. I like his wrestling in this fight. I think he can get this fight to the mat. I think he can win the minutes that way. And even his striking is good. Like, I mean, it's not amazing, but he does have good power in his hands. But I just don't think Silva at his age and, I don't think he's UFC caliber. I'll just say it. So give me Naimov to win. I actually think he gets it done in the third round. So third round decision prop maybe, or you can just do inside the distance. I think to cut that minus 500 money line if you didn't get like minus 300 or less. So, but I just think Naimov gets this one done. I'm just not super high on Silva here.
Yeah. Prop, how you see it going down?
Yeah, I have Naimov by knockout at plus 175 for one unit. I just don't like Eric Silva striking at all. And I feel like Naimov's submission game really isn't that good either. And like Silva's a blue belt as well. And like where Silva's at his best is the grappling. And I think his grappling is shit. Like I don't think he's a good grappler at all. I mean, I cashed on TJ Brown at plus money in his last fight, which was just absolutely ridiculous against Silva. And if you actually rewatch that fight, Silva is in the corner going into the third round, and they're telling him like, "Oh, TJ's tired. He's tired." And Eric Silva just looks up at the corner. He's like, "Yeah, and I'm tired too." And he's just laughing like, "Dude, what's so funny, dude? You're losing the fight. You just lost the whole second round. Like, I don't know what's so funny." And yeah, he's with Diego Lopez and the guys now, but I don't think that's going to be helping his striking. He got dropped against TJ Brown in the first 15 seconds. He actually got dropped in one of his regional scene fights as well, and then ended up getting the submission. And Naimov's going out there and hurting guys like Nathaniel Wood early. He's going out there and knocking out Jamie Malarkey out cold. It's Jamie Malarkey, yeah, but he's a way better striker and has way better cardio than Eric Silva.
And up a weight class.
Watch the beginning of the third round with Silva. Like, he overextended on a combination and ate a big right hand. Once Naimov gets in the pocket and he lets his hands go, he's going to put this guy out cold. So, yeah, give me Naimov by knockout at plus 175.
That's hilarious.
I didn't even read it when I put it up. Me, bro, you got to talk to Tapology. My problem is, here's the real problem, is I'm doing this 2 weeks before this. So I just got to go by what Tapology, and then they switch up the bout order. And sometimes I try to do it. Like I'll know I'm like, this fight, there's no way it's going to be up here. So I'll try to put it down. There's still good picks and bets. You know what I mean? I'm giving out some heat, I don't, but it is funny. I try to get around it, but I'm like, if I skip a couple and go up to a worse one, then I'll forget a fight or something. So yeah, that's funny. Like, Cody starts his tape study before the final lineup is finished. Yes, Marty. I should have already made my other video. All right. But yeah, no, let's see. I got Naimov. Everybody, Jaden's got Naimov. We got Thomas got Naimov. There will be blood. Biggest bet. He's got Royval sub 234. Said he made it when he was drunk to win 1,500.
Dravy, did you go real quick?
Did I fucking
yeah, I don't. It's all good.
Did I skip him?
I think you did.
Yeah,
You
did me like that, bro. You did me like that, but you know what? Y'all talk about Silva being bad, but I honestly think Naimov is pretty bad too. It's gonna sound a little bit weird, but I don't think he's all that. I think he's gonna get exposed soon. And yeah, he dropped Wood multiple times, but we know that Wood's like chin is not the best first of all, and he's a 135er moving up to 145. So Naimov was stronger than him, and he had more power. So, but yeah, dude, I like 5 more seconds in that fight, and he was dead, on the ground, you know. So yeah, I just don't rate him. I don't think he has the best cardio either. I don't think he has the best chin. But at the same time, I don't rate Silva. I think they're both kind of frauds, to be honest. Like Naimov proved me more. Like he showed me that he can beat UFC levels fighters. So that's more that Silva is gonna do. That's for sure. So I understand why he's the favorite, but he was like plus 250, plus 300 in his last 2 fights, and now he's minus 600. To me, it's just like there's no way I can get involved in that fight. So if you did parlay him at minus 250, I mean, you did your job. That's good. But now, if you're still parlaying him at minus 500, minus 600, I think that's kind of disgusting, to be honest. If anything, you go like prop date and you bet the KO at plus 175. Like if you think if you win like 80 or 90% of the time, you better think he's knocking this guy out, you know. So yeah, better take the KO at this point. But yeah, minus 250, I think you got Cody. So that's a good number for sure. But minus 5, minus 600, and everybody on him, everybody have him in parlays. Like all I see on Twitter all week was Naimov parlay all week. And when everybody agreed, we know that some weird things happen at times. So I hope we don't see like a Silva flying arbor. So he's with Diego Lopez now, so maybe he's just gonna do a flying armbar and
yeah, the blue belt. Yeah, the blue belt's gonna pull it off.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even break this fight down.
A 37-year-old blue belt.
The thing is, like with Naimov, like he kind of gets tired in the third, but he's one of them dudes that fights through it. He's a tough dude.
He's tough.
Silva gets tired in the third and fucking dies. Both of his losses are subs in the third round because he fucking really dies. I don't really know where he's good at. I don't know why they made this fight. One dude's number 26 in the world, and one dude's number fucking 131. Like they would never make Nathaniel Wood fight him.
That's the thing. It doesn't make sense. So why you go from beating Wood to then fighting Silva? Like
they probably had Silva a fight on his contract or something. They're like, you got Naimov, pick him.
I don't know, bro. So something weird about that fight to me personally. Right. But I hope he's gonna fuck him up for you guys.
Right, but even Silva on his best day would never beat Nathaniel Wood, and he would never beat Jamie Malarkey. Like this dude's not that. Like, dude, TJ Brown dominated him in every aspect of MMA and then finished him. Like TJ Brown's only wins in the UFC, or he didn't beat Kai Kamaka. He should be 2-6 or 2-7 in the UFC. Kai Kamaka beat him. Then I think he lost to Jordan Griffith. Who did TJ Brown beat? He beat this dude.
He beat Jordan Griffin by split, I think. No.
Did he? No, I thought Jordan Griffin actually beat him. Like I mean, well, the point is that TJ Brown's not really UFC. He gets beat by anybody.
Charles Rosa.
Yeah, Charles Rosa. Like he got beat by Danny Chavez. You know what I mean? So
Jordan Griffin, he lost.
Yeah, and when you're getting dominated by him and then finished, like that's not a good look.
Your guy, Nerdum Becky.
He's never fought anybody. The way Eric Silva got into the UFC was he fought the lowest level kickboxer ever. And they go, this kickboxer fought good Chikadze in kickboxing. And then that dude came in and got beat up in a minute 20. And that guy's lost like 3 fights since. But Eric Silva's not good. There's a reason.
TJ Brown, you just beat a guy that is 27 and 37. 27 and 37. Yeah, that's his record.
TJ Brown did? He got him that win. There he goes. There he goes.
That was last month, and the dude was 42 years old. But
he had to go outside the UFC.
But bro, he has a bare knuckle fight look like.
TJ Brown?
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense because his striking defense.
Yeah, and that's the dude that this guy lost to. And that guy's way out of the UFC. He's fighting fucking the dude that says, just let me bang, bro, Julian. in bare knuckle now. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just didn't see where Eric Silva, like, he can throw some weird, crazy punches, but it's like he's like Claudio Pujelas. Like, he's just trying to throw it to try to get you to grapple or something. Like, and then his grappling's not that good. Like, he's not gonna here's how I see this. I bet Naimov, I put him in 2 parlays to like anchor it because I got him at like minus 270, but he's gonna knock this kid out, dude. He's gonna use his wrestling to keep this standing, and he's gonna punch that kid's head off because Eric Silva doesn't belong in the UFC, let alone in there with Naimov. Like, I don't know. I really think Naimov's good. If you go watch him fight in the regionals, what's the one dude that just fought Landon Quinones? Has a good fight with him. He has some good fights, man, but I like Naimov here. I think he's way better. He's going to get this knockout. Let's see. Sup, guys? Good luck tomorrow. Good luck, Luke. The betting thing is so deceiving depending on who you're belted through. Depends if it takes 2 years. Yeah, true that. There's a way big difference. UFC is entertainment. Half these guys just want money. They don't care about legacy. The UFC is making a fight to display Naimov's skill. The little German guy needs to learn how the biz works. Altamirano is a dog. I know it'd be tough, but I got it back in here. He is tough, man. There are people willing to get paid to get knocked out. All right, next fight. Men's flyweight. This is a weird one. Luis Rodriguez, Dennis Bondar. Dravy, start this one, brother.
Yeah, did you guys see how Bondar look on the scales?
He looked a little sickly. His face did.
Yeah, he did look weird, huh? But yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of people betting this Rodriguez guy, but to be honest, I'm not that impressed with him. Like, if you look the fight that he beat, like he fought after first of all, he lost to Jerome Rivera, which is not a good look on contender. I know people say that was a robbery. I think that was a close fight. Could it go either way? But we know that Rivera is not UFC caliber. But then after that, like, the level of competition is shit. Like, fair enough, he beat these guys, but man, he's going back and forth with these dudes. I mean, he's in close fight, and he doesn't really separate himself. I don't love that. I mean, he's fun to watch, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's all that, dude. So, yeah, on the other hand, I think the market is kind of low on Bondar. I mean, yeah, the injury against Gordon, and then he lost. That was a nasty finish against Hernandez. I mean, the ref didn't care about his life or anything. And yeah, I mean, Bondar, my problem with him is I think he think that he is better than what he is. Like, in his last fight, he did look all right.
Really?
Like, he didn't look bad, but like, he think he's better than what he is. So yeah, I think he has decent wrestling. He has decent striking as well. And yeah, I mean, also to note, I mean, Rodriguez had been fighting at 135. It's the first time since 2020 that he's going back down to flyweight. So is that gonna affect his cardio durability? We don't really know either. But yeah, to me, I'm gonna pick Bondar to win. But again, the odds are kind of a pick 'em, and I don't have a strong read on it, so why bet it? So Bondar was like plus 110, plus 120 at some point. I think that was decent, but now I think he's around plus 100 or so. So yeah, gotta be Bondar for me, but I'm not confident. Maybe you guys are more confident than me on this one.
Prop, how do you see this one going down, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know who Rodriguez was before the tape, so I was definitely interested in him going into his tape. And the guy's just really low output. Like, I think he relies on his counter punching too much. I mean, just go watch the fight against Victor Moreno. I mean, Victor Moreno was 34 years old, as they were basically just setting up Rodriguez to get the knockout win. And Moreno was like, I think he was like 4-0 at the time. And he basically, I thought Moreno won the fight. I didn't think Rodriguez won that fight as well. I don't really think his grappling's that good. I think his takedown defense is getting better. But he's been fighting at 135 on his regional scene, and now he's fighting at 125. And the last time he's actually fought at 25 was on the Contender Series against Rivera. And I just feel like losing to Jerome Rivera on your resume isn't good. Like, I don't really like both of these guys' regional scenes tapes. Like, I feel like the Ukraine regional scene is the worst level regional scene in MMA. And then the guys who Rodriguez is versing, I don't really think he's battle tested yet, but I think Bondar is going to have more volume. I think he's going to have the takedown upside here. And I feel like this fight's going to be really close. So I don't have a bet on it, but if I had access to it, I would bet it. But I like fight ends by split decision here. I feel like the judges are going to mess this one up. I honestly think Bondar is going to win the fight, but he's going to get robbed because I think Rodriguez is going to land the bigger shots. But Bondar's actually done this camp at Jackson Wink MMA. So he hasn't done this camp in Ukraine. So he's been at 5,500 feet of at elevation. So that's kind of why I passed on this fight, because he's definitely trying to improve in his game. And if you watch guys like Damon Blackshear, who have like upside in grappling, that's definitely what Bondar wanted to work on. So expect Bondar to come out here and wrestle and try to win minutes on top. But yeah, give me Bondar by split decision here. That's my pick.
Yeah, that probably pays pretty well. PropAholic, man, he's always on the props.
Fight go to split plus 400 prop.
Damn, that's not even that high, is it?
Usually it's like 450 range, depending on the fight.
Yeah, they do go to split.
Shit. Honestly.
Remember that, dude? Back in the day, growing up watching UFC, there was barely ever split decisions, dude. Like barely ever split decisions. I think it's probably because people couldn't really bet on it back in the day. You know what I mean? So the judges had no reason to fucking just try to rig everything. Because if you think about it, in the 90s, they were lucky just to be able to get the fights on, let alone having like casinos let you bet on it. So True. Even through like the 2000s. So I think that's why, because man, there never used to be that many freaking splits. So what's up?
What do you guys think about Bondar more takedowns minus 115?
Probably.
Holy shit.
I don't know, because the other dude Rodriguez can wrestle a little bit, and like Bondar couldn't even take down Hernandez whatsoever. Hernandez took him down.
I think he did take him down.
He did take Hernandez down. Yeah. Hernandez just has really good cardio, and he actually pushes a good pace with his hands. Like Rodriguez doesn't go forward at all.
Yeah, so I feel like the biggest thing is like Dravy said too. I said it in my breakdown is like you shouldn't be going neck to neck with Rivera, but the kid's young though. How old is he? It's like 23 or
24.
Like
he's 24.
So he was 20.
I'm gonna stick Rivera. Yeah, I'm gonna stick up for this guy. He's 20 years old when he fought Jerome.
21.
So either way.
21.
Come on.
21. Sad.
21.
Ooh.
You got to do a breakdown, Johnny. You didn't break it down, did you?
Oh, I didn't know. I'm gonna go with Rodriguez.
I thought you was just getting into this hyped up thing.
I just want to throw that out there before nobody says anything. But I'm going with Rodriguez, though. I think there's more red flags on the Bondar side than Rodriguez. I know Rodriguez is young, might have not fought the best competition. Maybe he lost to Rivera. Who knows? But like I said, he was 20 years old, 21 years old around that time. But if you go and look at Bondar's competition, and wow, like his best win was against a 7-1 guy in 2019. He's fighting 18-12, 0-2, 3-1, 4-3, 12-10, 3-3, 3-1.
The craziest thing about those situations, he's got to win over Steven Urseg. He beat Steve Urseg.
What was he like 3-1 or something when he fought him?
It was like 4 years ago.
And was that even an amateur? It was an amateur, so that doesn't even count. I don't even care.
Johnny,
I don't even care.
It was after his pros, though.
To be honest, you can't really say that because we can say the same thing about Rodriguez. Like
I know, but I just think the level that Bondar is, he's 31 years old too, and he's fought very bad guys on that scene. I'll take the Mexican scene over that scene.
The last guy that Rodriguez beat was 11-11, bro.
Just know that's where Eric Silva comes out of that.
But here's what I'm going to get to, though. Bondar also has two crazy fights in the UFC where he broke his arm and he got fucked up and probably concussed to.
He does have two of the worst losses.
Yeah, and those were the two fights, his last two fights in the last 3 years. So give me Rodriguez. I think he wins this one, and I don't know if it's going to be decision. It's probably going to be, I'll say, a knockout. Why not? Let's go. I just don't think Bondar's that great.
Yeah,
I think it's fraud alert on him all day. And we see why.
You broke down, right, Dravy?
Yep.
My breakdown is like, I like what Prop said, man. That split decision, I don't mind that at all. I wouldn't bet this fight at all because who knows what's going to happen in this fight? To be honest, you know what I mean. It's a tough fight to call because neither one of them is really good. So you're fading shit with shit basically. And I did that with one time this year with Malcolm Gordon and fucking Jimmy Flick. I paid for that. Fucking Canadian cards.
Like I saw, baby.
Fucking Canadian cards, man. All right. Next fight, another fade and poop with poop. Men's flyweight. Jesse Aguilar versus Mateus Mendonça. Well, one of them might end up being good, but we don't know which one yet. Johnny, you start this one.
So this is another one I don't really have the greatest read on. I do think Mendonça is the better fighter here, but for some reason I just can't pick him. I just think Aguilar is like I don't want to say junkyard dog, but I think he's more durable. I think he has the better cardio too. I think he can get the wrestling going maybe later in the fights. The first round is probably going to be Mendonça here, but I think as the fight goes on, I think Aguilar can take over with that wrestling. And maybe he can get a sneaky guillotine. He's got a very good guillotine. Maybe Mendonça shoots in a weak takedown and he gets caught. So I don't fully trust on Mendonça. I don't trust Jesus either. So I'm not betting this fight at all. I'm just going to go with the dog here. But what does worry me a little bit, though, is Mendonça does have a huge size advantage here. So he can pick him apart from range. But I don't think Jesus is going to stay at range. I think he's going to try to shoot, and he probably should, and try to get that wrestling going. So it might wear on Mendonça, who doesn't train at sea level or I'm sorry, at elevation. I don't think too high if he does at all. So give me Aguilar to win. It's going to be a crazy fight. I don't know. We'll just say second round finish. I see a lot of finishes in this card. So. Yeah. But then there's a lot of fights like this. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm staying away from betting it, though.
Okay. Prop, how you see it going down?
Yeah, so I have the fight to end by submission on DraftKings for 1 unit at plus 150. I feel like there's going to be a lot of grappling situations in this fight where both of these guys kind of struggle. Mateus is definitely going to get on top of Aguilar. Like, if you go watch Aguilar's Contender Series fight against Ferreira, who literally has 1 submission compared to him getting submitted twice on his record, he's just losing position and getting his back taken. And Ferreira was like actually in position to go for heel hooks where Mendonça actually succeeds with his submissions. And Aguilar is going to go for the wrestling here. I feel like Mendonça with the 9-inch reach, he could definitely get in the front choke. And Mendonça definitely, he wrestles. Like, he took Bassarat down, and all his takedowns actually come with the double leg up against the fence, where Aguilar actually has, like, this very good guillotine. I mean, the guy has a guillotine in the 5th round, so the guy definitely knows how to squeeze. And, yeah, he gives up bad positions as well. So I feel like Mendonça, could he keep it at range? Yes, but he always grapples in every single fight. I mean, the Nate Maness fight, like, Nate Maness has very good takedown defense, unlike Aguilar. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of just saying that Aguilar is going to stop all the takedowns. But, yeah, there's going to be spots in this fight where both of these guys are going to struggle on the ground. Aguilar has been submitted twice. I don't think Aguilar is going to knock out Mendonça, who literally has a 9-inch reach advantage over him. So, yeah, give me the fight to end by submission at plus 150. I think it's the best bet on this fight instead of trying to trust either one of these guys on the money line perspective.
All right, good prop. Excellent prop. Dravhy, how you seeing it going down, brother?
Yeah, I agree with prop. I think fight end by sub is a good look. And, yeah, I mean, we know that they're going to grapple. Like, we can count on that. And, yeah, I mean, Aguilar's best weapon is probably his guillotine. Like, he has a very good one. And to me, the biggest thing about this fight is we don't really know shit about Mendonça cardio at 125. Like, we just don't know. Like, at 135, I don't rate his cardio, first of all. And then he's cutting back down to 125. Last time he did was against Maness, but we didn't see his cardio in that fight. So I think that's a big unknown. And now at high elevation, who knows how he's going to look after the first round, you know? So... and yeah, I think he's sloppy on the ground, and he's kind of they're both submission over position. So I feel like they're gonna try to sub each other a lot of times. But the difference is I think Aguilar has a way better cardio than him. But on the other hand, Mendonça is way bigger and he has a big reach advantage. But then I look into tape, he doesn't use his reach well. Like he doesn't use it. Like he just fight like a maniac, and he has bad fight IQ. So they both have bad fight IQ, to be fair, because to your point, prop, like the Nanawet Contender Series fight was a bad look. They do just pull him over him right on his, like he put the guy on top of him.
Single leg attempts.
That was crazy. So yeah, I mean, if Mendonça end up on top, maybe he can submit him. I guess Mendonça is live for a KO, but I think Aguilar is pretty durable. But yeah, I mean, they're both live for a sub here, so fight him by sub at plus money. I think it's a better bet than picking a side. But yeah, I don't even know who I'm picking. I guess I'm gonna go with Mendonça because I feel like he's the better striker and he's bigger. But on the other end, you have the Mexican and Mexico who has better cardio, and we know that Mendonça at 125, his cardio is probably not gonna look great. So yeah, man.
Yeah, Props got the best bet, man. Both these guys, the little dude threw himself on his head because they both fight like crazy people from the opening second. What's the under on this 2.5?
Yeah.
Minus 150.
Dude, that's hitting because they both are going to be going for submissions the whole time. There could be some type of knockout. Both of them do have power on the feet, but it's like you guys said, man. I expect this fight to be on the ground a lot. Both of them love to grapple, and if you love to grapple and somebody grabs you, you're just going to be like, all right, let's go see. I think that's what's going to happen here. But I kind of favor Mendoza because I feel like he's going to be on top. You know what I mean? I feel like he's going to have better chances. But like Prop said, Aguilar has a crazy guillotine, so you never know what's going to happen in this one. This is another fight. Like I think it's hard to predict what the hell's going to happen. Like either way, except maybe it ends in sub like that. But this and that Bondar fight, like, dude, Bondar and that Rodriguez fight is a straight up gamble. Like, it's not a bet. You're not betting. You're just like fucking gambling. You know what I mean?
Roll the dice.
You know what they say about Aguilar, right?
What's that?
Since his last fight, he did beat Francis Ngannou recur on the punching machine.
Yeah, he knocked out freaking Johnny K. Pick's brother.
It's crazy.
Shannon Ross broke my heart.
I'm
Shannon's
kidding,
coming
but
back
bro,
though.
But bro, now people are gonna think he's a KO guy. That's
right.
Like under 2.5, and I mean Mendoza's live for KO, but Aguilar is not gonna KO him.
Nah.
No, but
I'd be fun.
Yeah, no, but he could sub him, and Mendoza maybe could KO Aguilar. He was taking a beating on the Contender Series in that fight. He was kind of losing them first 2 rounds.
Yeah, but he's tough, dude. Like if he gets beat up, he's gonna try to wrestle, and then
he's gonna give his back up like multiple times.
He might throw himself on his head and knock himself out, dude. You never know. There's a lot of different finishes because he did like 3 times, just kept, and he's so short. It was
funny. Like it's like
right on his head, dude. That's how it be sometimes. Though,
so
in that
low
cage, man. Hey, shout out. I don't know how I missed this. I went around some questions so I could like bring up this and talk about it, and I freaking went past. But Johnny Newquest, man, with the $10 dono, we appreciate it so much. He said, "What is the path to victory for Moreno? It's got to be grappling. It's got to be. He's got to get his wrestling going, in my opinion. Because if they just stay striking, he gets some of that cop treatment.
Yeah,
it's not going to be good.
I don't think he's going to win though.
I just think they get mauled.
He got the land takedowns, and he probably can, to be honest. So
he's with Tim Elliott now in training camp. So
he said, "Let's hear a Mexican talk about this fight." Tell him, Johnny.
Get out of here.
Talk about
just because I have a candle doesn't mean I'm Mexican.
It is. It is. Johnny knows. MMA.
Okay, I'll be the only one.
Be the only one. You gotta go.
All right. I was the only one for Ilya. I was the only one for Carolina. Or I was the only one for a lot of these ones.
Stop putting a bad juju on our bets, man. You're not even.
Nobody has a bet on this. Who picked a side in this, or who bet a side on this one?
Rob said he went max bet.
That's a sub bet.
Mendoza.
No, we didn't. Come on, man.
Ricky, dude, our dude MMA Ricky with the dono, the $5 dono. He said, "We got 4 of my favorite guys in the biz here today. Let's get this streak going. Let's go." This is a great panel, man. Love having these dudes on. 2 sharp dudes, man. Ronald Jeremy, which is still a great name. More red flags than a Chinese parade in San Francisco. Okay, I guess.
Love it. Yeah, this fight definitely.
Johnny, did you post your what is it called? Chinaman's chance bet?
Yes, I did. I posted 2 of them because I felt super generous this week.
I did see that. I just didn't see any of them. Okay. They hit. You killed them. You kill them. Kiwi silver.
It's okay. If you don't like it, cool beans.
Johnny, get some Modelo's this weekend. You're Mexican Saturday.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm gonna get me some.
I do like Modelo, so they're my second favorite.
Mendoza begs to be hit. Yeah. Don't mess with Jesus. For MMA, Jesus 420. That one. Mendoza by Crucifix. Okay, Kiwi. Mendoza needs the W and has a 10-inch reach advantage. See, I gotta start reading them because I started reading that and almost just stopped the whole thing. 10-inch, yeah, he does. Like 9.5. Will 131 Mexican fans throw a bottle at I hope nothing crazy happens again. Like I put out a post, man. How crazy is it that the 3 people that broke their arms like recently in the UFC or elbows are all on the same card? Yeah, arms, shoulders, knees, and toes, whatever. But they broke all that shit, and they're all freaking Ortega, Bondar, and Royval. So that's crazy. I forgot about those River. Yeah, Ricky said Mendoza should win here. Feel the market is recent bias. He looked good against Basharat. That's why I picked Mendoza, because he looked good against like not good in a while.
But he showed very bad fight IQ, down a weight class, to name an S.
Shady, you just found the gold at the end of the rainbow right there. Found MMA Ricky on Twitter this week. He puts out excellent bets, dude. MMA Ricky is sharp as hell. Like, everybody should go follow MMA Ricky on Twitter.
For sure.
To be honest, for sure. He's smart, man. Sharp. Jesus throws himself on bottom. Yeah, he does. Right on his head first, though, dude. He likes to get a little concussion before it goes.
This is fantastic.
What if Mendoza just picks him up and spikes him? He's so little, dude. He's thick, but
he's not a little person, though.
He's just gonna fall right up top.
Bro, he's got Corey McKenna's reach, dude. He's got a 62-inch reach. How is that even?
No, I think Corey McKenna has like a 59-inch reach. It's crazy.
Same shit, man. When you're down that low, it's same shit, man. You're still like pow, pow, ink,
pow, pow.
He hit Shannon Ross.
What if he binks? What if he binks Mateus?
I would be shocked. Nice to see you bouncing back, Blood. Keep it going. Let's go, H-Dot. He's always coming back. I just you sometimes after you win, man, you just get cocky and you're like, oh, just pick this or that. But just betting shitty people, dude. You gotta realize, like, this is what I'm doing. Thoughts on Ortega? I listened to the Eagle story now. Johnny was telling me that. That's hilarious. Shout out,
guys. Spoiler alert: Ortega's not winning this fight.
Did he just make that whole thing up? Did he just make that? He's like, when they're 40, 43, they're going through midlife crisis.
He had to have heard it from somewhere, but that's not real. I can't.
They go look for some chicks.
And even if it is,
car, fix their feathers. They go get a feather transplant in Turkey. He's built like Hasbullah. Where'd that dude go, man? Hasbullah fell off quick. Was he
around?
Willow? I don't know. Ever since he beat that cat down, he beat that little cat down. He was like, fuck, dude.
True. Probably slow down a bit.
That's like a mountain lion to him. You know what I mean?
Just as big.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Johnny News. Men's flyweight. Victor Altamirano versus Felipe Dos Santos. I've been waiting to hear what MMA PropAholic has to say about this fight.
Yeah, so I have Dos Santos by knockout at plus 375 for half a unit. I just don't like Victor Altamirano at all, honestly. I feel like he just relies on so much lateral movement. He throws too many kicks. He doesn't really hit hard at all. And, like, when you go watch his past fights, like, especially the Carlos Hernandez fight, like, Carlos Hernandez has less power and less pressure than Santos. And he was hitting Altamirano. And Altamirano was getting stunned in that fight. He was getting stunned against Salvador, who doesn't throw anything straight. And Salvador actually straightened up his punches, like Cormier was saying and during the commentary. He probably would have knocked out Altamirano. Altamirano also slows down as well. And he's in a heavy wrestling camp with Tim Elliott, and he actually just lost to Tim Elliott as well. So him coming into this fight, just trying to wrestle Dos Santos, I don't really think is the path to victory. I know Dos Santos doesn't really have good takedown defense. He's been taken down in his regional scene tape, but he always does get back up. He's submitting like lower level guys with like negative records. I know people are saying, well, Altamirano's been subbed 3 times in amateur. I mean, it's fucking amateur. And he's been subbed once in his professional career.
See, Cody? It's amateur.
Like, you and Johnny.
But like, yeah, I
respect on the amateurs.
Me and Prop are on the same page. I don't give a crap about amateurs.
Yeah, I don't. Like,
I don't care. I don't
like,
care if he choked out Islam.
Like Dos Santos was rocking Manel Kopp with the jab, and like if you actually go watch the like post conference interview after, Manel Kopp was like, "Yeah, I'm stunned with how tough this guy was." He was giving like Dos Santos the credit. He's like, he's not a kid. This guy's a man, and he hits really hard. So, yeah, I just feel like Altamirano's going to get finished here. I think Dos Santos is going to put a beating on him. I think he's going to pressure him, and I think he's going to break him down in Mexico. So, yeah, give me Dos Santos by knockout, and I think Dos Santos finishes him.
Okay. Dravhy, how do you see this going down, brother?
I tend to agree with Prop, but I want to be careful here because I feel like we might be overrating someone in the loss a little bit. Like he did look way better than everybody think in the Manuel Cap fight, right? But then I was not that impressed with him on the regional before this fight. Like that was his best performance to date, and he lost, you know. So now he's minus 300 in his next fight. So I just feel like maybe the market's a little bit too high on him. Because, I mean, he doesn't have a win yet in the UFC. Altamirano is not that good, but he has win in the UFC. He has more experience in the UFC than him. And he can land takedowns in this spot. That's for sure. Like we know that Dos Santos takedown defense is not great, but man, he push an insane pace. Like his cardio is elite. His volume is crazy. He has power. He's gonna go for it, and I don't like the tendency of Altamirano on the feet. I think he's bad, to be honest, and he doesn't have much power. So yeah, I feel like Dos Santos is alive for a finish, but at the same time, I'm not like passionate about the number they gave me because Altamirano, to his credit, is pretty durable. I know he has been hurt in some fights, but he still recovered very, very well. So he's gonna be hard to finish, especially in Mexico. But I'm gonna pick Dos Santos to get a knockout as well. But I'm just not sure about a bet on this fight personally. Like I said, I'm not like, yeah, he's durable. He's durable as shit, to be honest. Like even when he got rocked, he has good recovery. So I'm not like passionate about betting against him getting finished in Mexico. So I'm gonna pick Dos Santos, but the money line is a little bit too wide for me though. I think it's dog or pass for the money line, but the props for Dos Santos are good.
Yeah. I'll have Johnny go after me. Yeah, this is a good fight. It's just Victor Altamirano's so mid everywhere, and he kind of slows down in fights too a little bit. Like even with Salvador, like
Every
that
fight.
was sloppy as
Every
shit. He was
third
slowing
round.
down. You got Dos Santos coming in. This kid came in on a week notice, which you know he was in shape, probably just waiting. That Shudo box, when they got a stud, they know they can just get him in the UFC basically. But this mofo threw 300 punches and dude, flying knees and all that shit with Manel Cop. Had him hurt in the third round. Like that was a crazy fight. And that probably took a year off his career, to be honest. But like his jiu-jitsu looked good on the ground. Like when they went, and they barely went. Like he had good takedown defense too. It's not like Cop's the best wrestler, but he tried to take him down a couple times. But and he knocked him down too. And when he knocked him down and got on top of him, Santos showed good jiu-jitsu. He's a shoot box guy. But like he impressed me, man. Just with this striking. I don't think he finishes Altamirano because the weird thing is like Dos Santos, he's got a couple decisions. Like I think 2 or 3 of his last fights went to decision. Yeah, his last 3 fights have gone to decision. Before that, you know, he fought some lower level dudes and had some finishes there with guillotines and stuff like that. But it looks like he should finish people though, and maybe he's getting better. He's a young kid, man, and he hits hard, dude. But it's like that's the kind of fight that Cop gave him though, because they was just standing in the pocket. I don't know if Altamirano is going to do that. He likes to move around and try to run away, but anytime that they do exchange, like I see this dude landing the harder punches, and like he's not a great wrestler. Altamirano's not a great wrestler, so I don't see him just taking this dude down. Even if he does, I don't see him D1 just holding him down like he's like just a crazy wrestler. So give me Dos Santos here. I think it's, you know, I kind of see it going to decision, and but I just see him having the bigger moments, landing the bigger shots, probably dropping Altamirano, stuff like that, and just controlling the center of the cage because he's going to be looking for a scrap, and Altamirano is going to have to be shooting, doing all that. And I just don't think he's going to out wrestle him, you know? So, yeah, man, give me Dos Santos. I got him in a parlay with Naimov. I had them both at like minus 270. It was like minus 110, I think. I thought that was a fair price for them boys. But I think they're the better fighters. And I hope so, because I want to see this Felipe Dos Santos career. This kid looks like he could be really good if you're doing that with Cop in the first, you know, fight in the UFC. And how old is he?
23.
23 freaking years. These kids are fucking good at this young age. Is crazy, dude.
He's on the box supplements too.
Yeah. Them dudes are always but none of them, dude. Them dudes are like they're gonna have like 5-year careers, 6-year careers, like most of them, because they take so much damage every fight, and them young dudes are taking that much damage, and they're not even to the upper echelon of them divisions. Like Daniel Santos, and then they're just down there taking tons of damage from Julio Arce. Wasn't that who? Yeah, Julio Arce. That'd be him.
Yeah, Arce beat his ass.
You know, yeah, technical dudes give them guys problems, man. The technical tough dudes that can stand in their face. But let's see. The bookie man, I want to say what's up. Shout out coming out tonight, man. He said Alpantera. Is that Brian Ortega in Spanish? I don't know what's in Spanish. Does that mean Ortega? Nah, I'm shout out with the bookie man coming out though. He trains with Alpantera. So he said he's ready to go. MMA Ricky said Altamirano does seem durable. He definitely does. Dos Santos loses his UFC debut handily. Now minus 330. That makes sense.
He should be minus 330.
I think he's gonna be better.
I can make it make sense.
Oh yeah, Johnny, do it too. Jesus, dude, I'm telling you, after I work all day, my brain is fried on these. I used to always do shows I didn't work.
Yeah, I know someone just said Moreno is mid everywhere at best. Like he's the best. Yeah, the best quality of him is he's durable as hell, and Dos Santos is better everywhere, and he's still durable, and he's younger, and the cardio here is going to be the biggest issue because he's gonna win round 3. So if Dos Santos even wins round 1 or 2, he's gonna win this fight no matter what. And I think he can get him out of there in the 3rd round because as the fight goes on, Victor gets sloppier with his striking defense. If you want to, I'm putting up quotes because he doesn't have good striking defense. He dips so bad, it's just live for a head kick knockout at any point. And Dos Santos can do that. So I'm waiting for that to happen later in the fight. But I love Dos Santos here. I think he gets it done by late finish or decision. So you can look at maybe like a round 3 decision prop. I think it's like -140. It's not too terrible, but it just covers you a little bit because Victor is tough for the first 2 rounds. And round 3, that's where he slows down and gets super sloppy. He's super hittable. And I think that's when he can get knocked out here.
Excellent breakdown. Yep. Thomas is on Moreno live, like to bet him live, long shot. Jaden says, I think Dos Santos has a lot of potential. Me too,
I would not bet Moreno live if you bet him pre-fight because Dos Santos has way better cardio than him.
True.
Yeah. And Dos Santos knockout is +400 on DraftKings right now.
Plus 525 on Bet Rivers.
Someone said in the chat he's never had a knockout though. He's only had submissions.
No, yeah,
he has 2 knockouts and 3 subs. But if you watch his tape more, he's literally dropping a lot of people on his tape. Like he drops like all of them.
Got me out here saying.
I mean, maybe Victor gasses too. I'm telling you, like the elevation. I know he usually. I don't think he trains in Mexico, right?
No, he doesn't train in Mexico. And
so,
actually,
and he's already slowing down in every one of his fights. He's so sloppy in the 3rd round.
Silva's the one training in elevation as well. Like he actually trains in elevation in Brazil. Like Moreno doesn't train any elevation. He trains in Texas.
Even if Moreno, because there's a chance he has better wrestling, but like I just don't think he's just going to hold him down. You know what I mean?
No
like Santos, I would imagine he might be a black belt in jiu-jitsu. If he's been a shoot box for a long time, he's probably them dudes come out with the Muay Thai and the jiu-jitsu is usually on point. Rolling around with Oliveira, you better get good.
That's
or you probably just want to quit. He probably just fucks some little dudes up all day, makes himself feel good, beating up on the 125ers and 35ers. Hunter said Victor has been subbed like 5 times. Yeah, earlier in his career. Yep. Justin said Santos long arm scream sub. Yeah. Thomas just meant a live long shot, not betting him live. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you start like someone said, if you start seeing them arms start hanging, Silky B, I believe, said that if you start seeing them arms start hanging, if somebody get tired, man, hit them live bets. Hey, MB, the MMA man, what is up, brother? He said, good luck tomorrow, y'all. Hey, good luck, man. I hope you kill it. Hope you kill it, man. Starlin said, be careful betting on this unknown kid. What if Moreno has better wrestling? He might. I mean, that's his path to victory. If he can get that, because he's not going to win in the striking, in my opinion, but that's his path to victory. And if he can, man, we'll all have some egg on our face. But
I just think Dos Santos is going to get up.
What up, Matt? Yeah, I believe we're about to get to that fight. Shady, my dude Shady, and everybody follow Shady too on Twitter, man. He puts out great stuff. He said, be nice to see one of these guys play the piano one time. There it is. If somebody didn't say something, I was going to say something, but I knew my boy Shady was.
That's one.
Yep, that's one. He said, I guess it's just for that. No, the one time he played Great Balls of Fire back there. That was very weird. Remember that?
Yeah, I did it off camera.
It was fantastic. Fucking IPA, dude.
He even like poured it on there and like lit it up. It was insane.
And playing it one with the other hand.
He fell off and fell out, knocked out, laid there for a couple minutes at the end of the piano. Viral. Yeah. Shoebox has the best vitamins in the game. Never forget. Yeah. Yeah, they do come in great shape and can fight usually all 3 rounds like crazy.
A touch.
Winner of this fight gets Shannon Ross in the title eliminator. Exactly. Now they got to beat someone before they fight Shannon Ross.
Santos gonna win that one too.
The Santos has to beat somebody better than him. Maybe Carlos Hernandez. Next fight, men's flyweight: Edgar Chairez, Daniel Lacerdo, Johnny K. I'm gonna let you start this one.
Yeah, so if anyone didn't find out today, both these guys missed weight. Lacerda was 127 and Chairez was 131. This fight is still happening, by the way. But yeah, I love the under 1.5, and I think Charas is going to win again, and he should win again because I think he's better. Now, can Lacerda get a crazy knockout in the first 2 minutes? Of course he can, because that's his style. But I think Charas is super tough. I think he's durable. I think he'll survive and weather that storm early. And then Lacerda's only going to slow down and gas and probably get submitted or knocked out or however finish. Let's put it that way. So Charas by finish, it gets under 1.5. Bet number 3, ladder challenge, is going to be moving on after that.
Let's go. Dravhy, how you see this one going down?
Yeah, first time I did ride with Lacerda, but now to be honest, I want nothing to do with this fight because to your point, guys, I had the under last time in a parlay, and dude, I
was
was
mad because I hit. It hit. That shit hit.
I have the under 1.5 plus money.
Yeah, but at the same time, bro, like he was not fighting for my under. Like I didn't like that. Like it looked like he switches his style a little bit, Lacerda, which I don't like. So I feel like with the way the last fight was going, maybe we see Lacerda going again a little bit less crazy. And I don't think Charas is a good fighter, to be honest. I think he's decent, but I don't think he's that good. My problem is he's super durable on the feet. So I think Lacerda need to like get a club and sub or a sub or something to finish him, which is possible. The guy's a monster in the first 3 minutes, but then his cardio is always super bad, and then at elevation is not going to be any better. Charas, to his credit, he does have good cardio. He's the Mexican, and I kind of feel like the best chance to Lacerda to beat him was in Vegas. Now the odds are against him, but he's like plus 400 or something. Like it's kind of crazy. You kind of have to take that, but I don't have many interest. The under 1.5 is good. It's like minus 190. I think that's a good bet. Lacerda around 1, not on Bet Online because they priced it at like the same odds on his
money line.
That was crazy. But like I think you can get KO 1 for Lacerda just round 1 at like plus 700 or something on other books. But might just go with the money line. But or Charas round 2, it's also decent. But yeah, man, I just feel like some weird shit might happen. I just hope you're gonna cash your under 1.5. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna ride with Lacerda this time out. I'm gonna be boring. Just gonna be enjoying the fight, and hope someone get finished.
Right. Yeah, dude. On this fight, it's like I love that under 1.5 because even like when Lacerda tried to start slow, the dude was still getting finished 2 minutes into the fight. Because like the difference is, a lot of the dudes that he's fought, right, Lacerda that's finished him, they're not even finishers, right? Most of them, like, they're dudes that usually like take a little while to finish somebody, like Jeff Molina, Victor Altamirano. Like them dudes aren't really finishers, so they got to wait for Lacerda to wear out. Charas could finish Lacerda in the first minute and a half himself. Like he's dangerous striking. You seen him drop Tiara. You see it. Like even Clayton Carpenter, dude, he was hitting him with big shots on the Contender Series. And then he's got a dangerous guillotine. He's got tons of dangerous subs. And then you got Lacerda, who throws all that crazy shit and could very easily hit him with some crazy stuff. I love it. They're both came in overweight. They're at elevation. They're like 1.5 miles in the air, dude. These dudes are going to go at it, and Lacerda's going to end up gassing. Like, even if he starts slow, like, I don't think Charas is still going to go after it. Like, he's finished all 10 of his wins, and 8 of them are under 1.5 rounds. So he's a finisher, and he finishes early. And 15 of Lacerda's 16 fights have ended in under 1.5 rounds. And then the one that didn't was against Vergara, which could have easily been ended. You know what I mean? When Vergara was running around the ring, half his head like missed. So I think this goes under. I like Charas. I like him by sub too, because I think that he can either hit him with some big shots and make Lacerda take a bad shot, and then he just chokes him out again like he did there. Or maybe even if Lacerda just shoots in on him, takes him down again. I mean, he got front choked pretty quick. Like he took him down pretty easy, and then Charas got right back up, and then he took a bad shot. I don't think he's got the greatest submission defense you've seen against Figgy's little brother. Like he hit him with a knee bar within like a minute. So yeah, but I don't like Charas really coming in. If I had a bet on Charas individually, I wouldn't really like him coming in 5 pounds overweight. It makes me think he was sick or he's hurt or something. I see 3-4 pounds is still a lot, you know what I mean? But when somebody comes in 5 pounds, they're almost like you can just cancel the fight. It's almost like they don't want to fight. And usually they don't, you know. But I think since Lacerda missed the weight too, But they should have just agreed at like 130 or something like that. But yeah, man, I like the under 1.5. Prop, how you see it going down?
Yeah, so I have Shirez by knockout at plus 200 on Bet Online. I bet it last night for 0.75 units to win 1.5. I just think like Lacerda's been finished, obviously, in every single loss. He's been knocked out 4 times and only submitted once. And like the guy's getting ground and pounded by Victor Altamirano, and he's just trying to throw up basic arm bars, and he's just not even trying to get back up. He got kicked to the body right away and just fell down. Yeah, he knocked down Altamirano there, but he still got finished. Especially like Jeff Molina. Like Jeff Molina doesn't really finish anyone, especially in a second round. And he just landed one right hand, and Lacerda was just done with ground and pound. And as Cody mentioned, like Shirez is going out there and dropping Clayton Carpenter, who's pretty tough, and he's dropping Tyra as well. And I don't think Lacerda is going to wrestle here in elevation. I think he's actually going to come out and be chaotic, especially knowing that like they both missed weight as well. And Shirez literally succeeds in the boxing. Like he's literally Brandon Moreno's sparring partner. So I think he's going to be able to kick the lead leg. I think he's going to destroy his lead leg. I think Lacerda is going to throw a bunch of spinning shit. Shirez is actually very durable. Say what you want if he's 5 pounds over, but he's probably going to come into this fight weighing about like 140 something pounds. So he's definitely going to be hitting way harder than any of the opponents that I think Lacerda's actually faced so far. Because Vergara was literally ground and pounding him as well. And I don't think Vergara actually literally has a good ground game at all either. So,
No.
Yeah, give me the KO for Shirez because I think the sub's only live if he's defensively using it offensively up against the fence if Lacerda shoots the takedown. So, yeah, give me the Shirez knockout. I think he can finish him on the feet, and I think he can ground and pound them with elbows on the ground as well.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, I just want to point this out. I am wearing sweatpants. They're Under Armour cold gear for one. And two,
Johnny.
I only have 2 Funko Pops, and they're Conor McGregor. So lay off me.
Looks like Jimmy Flick.
If Jimmy Flick had a Funko Pop, that'd be amazing.
Is that an Islam Makhachev one too?
No, I said they're both Conor.
That's all right.
They're just 2 different ones. There's one more I gotta get, but
is that a Connor doll down there too below him or
yeah.
Toy?
Yeah, little toy.
You like Connor? Where's the Charlie stuff, man? What's Charlie say about this?
If they had, these are all.
He said you.
Charlie Oliveira, Charlie Oliveira,
What
Charlie
are them, Gem
Oliveira.
Nance? Are them
Hell
Gem
yeah,
Nance?
number 10s, baby.
Let me get one. Let me hold one.
Look at that. Zebra.
Oh, you got the Zebra 10?
10.
That's legit.
Octagon side.
That's like a case hit,
Select
ain't it?
debut. Yeah.
That's sick. I like it.
Come on, man.
I like it. He said, I need that Phil Hollis Funko Pop. Lacerda by KO. Martin, what up, Martin Luther King, man?
You need a Phil Hawes bobblehead.
The head falls. I'm not. That's still a big dude. Why so defensive about your Lulus, Johnny? Everybody's seen it, man. We seen it. It's all right, man.
Just telling you, it's Under Armour, man.
You're comfortable, man. Prop said he don't even wear nothing underneath. He's just commando, just a shirt. So that's on a leather seat. He said that's how he does all his shows.
I don't blame him. Look at that spread over there.
Guys,
He's got cool, like he's got 2 couches, chilling.
Leather, fair play. Guys, been betting over 2.5 on Bonder's fight. What do you think about it? Sketchy. Any bet on that fight? Sketchy. Got the Connor.
I like it.
You got a Connor inflatable blow up?
No.
And Charles.
No.
Stuff.
No.
I like the Santos versus Victor over 1.5. I like that, but that's like -5 because the over 2.5 is like -250, which seems weird because you're like the Santos hit so hard, but he could be the first one to finish him. They're not dolls, they're action figures. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like men's lightweight. Daniel Zellhuber versus Francisco Prada. Who's got the biggest read on this fight?
Not me.
Shit, I'll start it.
Go ahead.
I like this fight. Zellhuber, long kickboxing, great takedown defense, super tough, throws a lot of volume unless he's fighting Trey Ogden. Like I said, super tough and durable. We've seen him get hit hard against Almeida on the Contender Series. We've seen him get hit hard against Christos Giagos, hit him with some big stuff. And he takes it and keeps coming back. Like I said, he's so huge, dude. He's got it, and he uses his length. He might end up being what we thought Bahamondes was, man.
True.
Out in Nashville. Not so much on that, but it turns out he has no takedown defense. So, but Zellhuber showed good front chokes, pretty good stuff on the ground. I just think he's pretty well-rounded, good fighter, man. He's been fighting a long, long time. And he's huge. That's the big thing. The dude is huge, uses that reach. Prado, he's good. Shorter dude. Topology said his reach is 76. If Johnny, you said it was like
69 inches, yeah.
Which is crazy low because he has little short arms, but they're big. But he's got decent boxing. He throws good spinning elbows and good like stepping elbows. That's what he used to get a Zotman and hurt him. But his wrestling doesn't look that good, to be honest, because we didn't get to see much. We seen him get taken down by Malarkey and that, but he came in on short notice. But on the regional scene, he was just beating the shit out of dudes. He finished all 12 of his wins, or 11 at the time, like 5 KOs, 6 subs. Now he's 6-6. But like I said, against lower level guys. But in this fight, I don't think that Prado is going to be able to get the fight to the ground, where he actually has good submissions. He has like a good Kimura and stuff. But I don't think he's going to be able to get the fight to the ground. I think Zellhuber is going to pick him apart, not give him too many like fights in the pocket where they're both just throwing big shots. I think he's going to pick him apart. There's going to be some big moments in this fight, but in the end, I like Zellhuber. I like him by decision at plus 175. I bet the over 2.5 because I think both these dudes are durable. Neither one's ever been finished. Zellhuber, I expect him to win, and 3 of his last 4 fights went to decision. Prado's durable. He went to decision with Malarkey. Got hit with some big shots there. Got taken down. He's well-rounded. And like I said, I don't know if Zellhuber is just going to be able to take off on him a whole bunch because you got to be careful because Prado's is definitely dangerous. I think he's going to be good. He's only like 21 years old, and he's just getting like high-level fights like very early because he didn't even do contender series or none of that. You know what I mean? He was just fighting dudes on the regional scene, and then they brought him in to fight Malarkey. So I would like to see him get some other decent competition because Zellhuber looks like, this kid looks like he might be like a top 10 guy after a couple of years because he's so young, but he looks like he has the skills. But give me Zellhuber, give me him by decision, and I really like that. Johnny, how do you see it going down?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun fight for sure. I think it's going to be, Zellhuber is the more technical guy, but you have Mini Dober here in Prado where he just comes forward. He's durable. He can throw bombs, and he just doesn't care to get hit. And that's what can get to Zellhuber, guys pushing forward and getting inside boxing range. And he leaves his head up a little bit, what Zellhuber does. So I'm just going to go with Zellhuber just because I like the reach advantage. He is dangerous too. Good kickboxer. He does have decent takedown defense if Prado tries to go for any takedowns, which I don't think he will. And both guys are durable. So I actually like the over. I like any over in this fight. I think this fight does go to decision one way or another. But I'm just going to go with Zellhuber to land more. He might not land the most meaningful shots. Maybe that's probably going to be Prado. But I think Zellhuber just win by more volume. And he'll probably win 2 out of the 3 rounds. So give me Zellhuber by decision. I think it's close. I don't want to bet that money line at minus 270 range or whatever it's at now. I think Prado has a very good chance to get a knockout here.
All right. Prop, how do you see it going down?
Yeah, I don't really have a good read on this fight. I don't have a bet on this fight, but I am picking Zellhuber to win. I was actually interested on his sub/decision prop. It was plus 100 on FanDuel. Because I think Prado has a hell of a chin on him. And I feel like Prado's going to get kicked apart on the outside. He's going to get jabbed up. And he does make mistakes where he does put his head to the side, like especially when he tries to wrestle. And he does give his back to get up as well. Like, I mean, Zellhuber does literally have a calf slicer on his record. Like, he knows how to submit people. He has Anaconda choke in his last fight as well. So yeah, the line interests me. I don't know if I'm gonna get there, but I think it's a good way to cut the minus 300 money line to plus 100. But yeah, I like the over 2.5 as well, but I just don't really I don't want to bet an over in high elevation. I don't really bet overs. I just like to bet unders. So yeah, because Prado can come out there, kill or be killed. But I mean, if you do go watch the Almeida fight, I mean, Zellhuber has one of a hell of a chin on him, and he has great cardio as well, training in high elevation. So yeah, give me Zellhuber to win by decision here.
Pick it, Dravy. How you see it going down?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Pretty high on Zellhuber. He actually shit the bed in his debut, and he came back, made me some good money after that. I bet the under on the Giagos fight, and I bet him at Pick'em against Venata. Should have been a KO1 if we're being real, because the ref was really patient in that fight. But yeah, I'm high on Zellhuber. I think he has good ceiling. And yeah, I mean, when you have a big favorite like that, sometimes you need to ask yourself, do you favor him in like if there's a KO, sub, or decision? And I mean, I favor him if there's a knockout, a sub, and by decision, I favor him by all methods of victory. So I feel like when you have a scenario like that, the big price tag is justified. And he has better cardio as well. So, and he's very durable. So yeah, I love the Almeida fight for him. The fact that he was able to handle the pressure and his cardio was good as the fight moves on. But also, dude, in the Giagos fight, yeah, he got dropped early. Like he didn't got dropped. He got cracked, right? Did he got dropped? I don't remember.
No, just hurt. Just like
Yeah, he got cracked.
He just got cracked.
I remember he
For a
got
second.
cracked bad. Like that was kind of like, oh shit, okay, he's getting rocked. But dude, his recovery is insane. Like in that fight, he played cool. Like he got cracked bad, dude. Don't get me wrong, but the fact that he recovered pretty quick is good to see. Because sometimes you have guys like that has a very good chin, but you kind of want to know what happened if they get cracked. We just saw it, and Giagos is dangerous in the first round. Yeah, on the other hand, I mean, Zellweger has just way more tools on the feet than Prado. Prado might try to wrestle, but I rate Zellweger takedown defense pretty highly. Like his balance is just the way he defends takedown. He's doing everything right. So yeah, man, this guy has good ceiling. Prado is alive for a knockout. That's probably his path to victory. But against a guy like Zellweger, I just don't see it for him. So he's probably gonna get pick apart at distance. He might try to wrestle. I think he's gonna try to. But yeah, I just don't see him getting able to land any takedowns. So I didn't get there as a money line, but I kind of missed the early price minus 225. It was a good parlay piece, so I can't lie. But now he's minus 275. I feel like it's justified big favorite. But the over, the decision, everything's good because I also respect Prado durability. The dude is tough as fuck. So I think it's gonna go over. And I think Zellweger is going to win a decision. But yeah, pretty high on Zellweger. And I think that's a good matchup for him. And Mexico as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Shout out to Will Brewer, too. He's out. He said, what's good, fellas? Yasmin money line, Moreno, Royval over 1.5 a year. Ortega inside distance. Rosas Jr. money line. Let's make money. Shout out Will. Everybody check out Will on Twitter, too, man. He puts out good stuff all the time. He's been on the show a couple times. He's a good dude. Both solid fighters, but Zellweger has the higher ceiling. Yup. I love the sub decision play that Prop said. That was a good play for sure. Zellweger, the German Mexican. Yeah. Shady said not laying that juice. Yeah, I just bet the over in this. I end up getting around to a money line, but I think Zellweger is going to be good, man. Zellweger has the Mexican durability. Never bet inside the distance against Mexicans.
That's
right?
True that.
What's up, Dav, man? Shout out MMA Jesus 420. Everybody check him out. YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, man. He puts out excellent stuff, excellent bets, and just good content. Good dude. True Takes Hughes versus Yasmin over 1.5. Yeah, I like that. I've seen Daniel get rocked. I got Prado. He's super young, too. Yeah, and he's tough.
They're
and he's
both super young.
Yep. Yeah, they are. Yeah. They both got good careers ahead of them. And Prado's got like the 4th biggest head in the history of UFC behind like Cabbage Carrera. And I don't know, him and Dober, they probably got about the same
Probably the same.
heads.
They even look alike. It's weird.
Yep. Yeah, Guava Bomba. That sounds phenomenal, Dev. Matt said, you guys think Hughes wins? Hughes, we're about to get there, right? Oh, well, a couple more. I didn't realize how many fights we had. All right. Raul Rosas Jr. versus Ricky Turcios. I'm going to start this one off. I like Raul Rosas Jr., but I actually like Ricky Turcios here. I really do, because like I've seen him fight dudes that are like Raul Rosas Jr., like Dan Argueta and Brady Heastand, that are a little more seasoned and control themselves a little better, or at least seem like they have better cardio. But yeah, the line was like plus 210, but I just think like Turcios can come out in the first round. You know, Raul Rosas, because he goes nuts, whether he's striking or grappling, he goes balls to the wall. And then he's going to roll around with Turcios, and dudes get like 7 or 8 takedowns on him in a fight, but that's because he gets up so much, man. He wears on me. He ends up winning the fights because when they do stand up, them dudes are tired for trying to wrestle. He'll land some strikes that go back to grappling. But I'm not sold on Rosas yet. He's only 19. I think that, they should have took kids like this and like build them up more without actually being in there with dudes that are like 29 that's been through the Ultimate Fighter and all this stuff. But Rosas, I mean, I guess he could come out and sub him in the first round. Turcios never been subbed. He has been knocked out by Mano Martinez, so maybe that happens. But I think if this gets out of the first round, man, it could get really interesting. So that's what I got. I didn't have no bets on it, though. I wanted to bet the over. I told my Patreon to bet the over, and it was like minus 120, minus 125, something like that the other day. And then by the time my casino releases, minus 150. So, but Johnny, how you see it going down?
Yeah, see, I'm a little worried about this fight as well. I think Rosas Jr. is going to be the better grappler for sure. He just has the better wrestling. I think he can get Turcios down. But later in the fight, as the fight goes on, like, I mean, I don't really favor his cardio. We've seen him slow down and go to decision. He's tough, but Turcios has the cardio, and he does have pretty good grappling off his back. He can get back up. But on the feet, I mean, I don't really favor Turcios striking that much either, so they're kind of even to me. But I'm going to go with Rosas Jr. I just think he's the more dangerous guy. But as the fight goes on, I am worried for him. So I have no bets on this fight. I'm going to let it play out, but I think Rosas Jr. will win. I'll say like second round sub, because I don't think he's going to win a decision. So I think he has more potential to win by submission or a finish rather than decision, even though I do think he can win a decision, because Turcios, we've seen it in that last fight against, what was it? Ayman Zahabi or whatever?
No, that was Kevin Natividad, then Zahabi.
Oh, okay. Whatever the fight that he threw like 2,000 punches and landed 20.
That was Zahabi. He landed 28.
Like, we could have that kind of Turcios. So he is a big red flag up here, guys. So if you're throwing that Turcios money, just be prepared. You don't know what you're getting.
Well, what happened in that fight is that he came out and he got a taste of that. What's the one dudes that he's been knocking out? He knocked out Zahabi's knocked out like Draco Rodriguez, and he knocked out who's the dude that just got beat up by or quit from the little baby nut shot.
Oh, Q Lang.
Yeah, he knocked him out too. And what happened when Turcios fought him is that Zahabi cracked him early in the first round, like fucking cracked him. And he's like, all right, I'm just going to punch air from here on out. He's like, I'm not going to come in the pocket no more. So
that's not a good look.
No,
he wanted to fight. Wow.
Yeah, but I don't know if Turcio, but like Zahabi hits hard, man. You've seen he was the only one to ever knock that. Yeah. Well, he beat him with the ball shot. Well, yeah, you got good points though. Like,
that's what I'm just saying. I can't put my money on Turcios because what's he gonna do if he gets cracked? I mean, Rosas Jr. can maybe crack him. You don't know.
Right, true. He hits hard. I mean, but the dude he beat though is giving people false hope because that dude should have never been in the UFC. True. You know what I mean? But I like that over 2.5 because like I don't see him finishing Turcios. He's pretty good on the ground. I don't see him knocking him out. And then like Raul Rosas didn't get finished by Rodriguez, so I don't think that fucking Turkey.
I mean, it could happen, but I'm just staying away from this one.
Prop, how you see it going down, brother?
Yeah, so I don't have a bet on this fight. I'm passing, but I was tempted to bet Turcios earlier in the week at plus 235. I just couldn't get there, just because I think Rosas is honestly going to be able to control him on the ground. I feel like Turcios uses his jiu-jitsu to sweep. And I feel like he's gonna do it in the wrong manner against Rosas, who obviously uses his offensive jiu-jitsu. But yeah, like C-Rod actually is very physical and he has very good takedown defense compared to Turcios. Mm-hmm. So that's why I just really couldn't bet Turcios here. But yeah, I mean, I had Raul Rosas KO1 against Terrence Mitchell. I mean, Terrence Mitchell is a fucking fraud. That guy's from the Alaska FC and he's terrible. I don't think Turcios is bad. Like if you like what Cody said, like the Argueta fight, like Turcios went into a round 4, I'm pretty sure. It was in the Ultimate Fighter House, and he was actually able to take down Argueta. And Argueta has really good cardio and pushes a really good pace as well. He put Natividad, as Johnny mentioned, in a really bad spot at the end of the 3rd round. But I just feel like Turcios only has 1 submission, but he is working with guys like Alex Moreno, who I think is actually pretty good off his back with the jiu-jitsu. So yeah, I mean, I think the best bet if this fight gets to the 3rd round is definitely Turcios round 3, because Turcios throws a lot of body kicks. He throws a lot of kicks, and yeah, he might be able to pressure Rosas, but I'm picking Rosas to win. I don't know if he's going to submit him. I don't know if he's going to win a decision. I just don't have a good read on this fight, but yeah, I'll just give the Raul Rosas money line.
You changed my name, Cody?
What?
You changed my name? Without telling me?
What? You put that up there?
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
You just noticed that?
I just did. I like it. It's okay.
Dravhy, how you see this going down, brother?
Yeah, did you guys talk about the over for that fight?
Yeah, I did.
Cody did.
I wanted to bet it. I gave it to my Patreon, but the line jumped up by the time I could get it, so I didn't bet it.
Yeah, it's probably the way I will play this fight. If anything, I think that Rosas has some submission 1 upside, But if he doesn't finish in the first round, I think it's gonna go the distance, or at least if there's a finish, it's gonna be in the third round by Tercios. So the thing with Rosas is he's super aggressive, but he's super young. So maybe he's gonna manage his cardio better now, but we don't really know. And yeah, I mean Tercio, I don't rate his takedown defense, but I do rate his scramble ability. I think he has good scramble. I think he has good submission defense. So I'm not too confident that Rosa is just gonna submit him. And on the feet, I mean Tercio is gonna land more, he's gonna do more, he's gonna be the better striker. But dude, that which fight was the Zahabi fight, right? Like he just shadow boxed for 15 minutes. That was a bad look. And then like he struggled when guys try to take him down. He gets taken down multiple times. So I feel like Rosa is going to be able to land takedowns, and he has good back take. And then yeah, if he control the back, yeah, that's maybe the round. Who knows? But if he doesn't get to the back, I don't think he's going to control him. Like I said, I do like Tercel scrambles, but I'm just not too passionate about this one. I kind of want to see how Rosas perform, and like to beat Mitchell doesn't tell me anything. Like I want to see now against a real guy, if I can say that. I don't rate Tercios that much, but he's decent, So I kind of want to see how that play out, and yeah. But I mean, Rosas the guy that's going to be improving from fight to fight a lot. So yeah, man. Gonna see how I play out, but maybe the over 2.5, maybe Rosas, maybe Tercios money line. I don't really know.
That was my two last bets. It was between the Charas under 1.5 and then this over 2.5. Like I said, that was at the casino was -150. The other one was -190. I'm like, I might as well pay a little more for something I think's like, I'm like 95% sure that fucking fight goes under 1.5. If it don't end in the first.
It was gonna end in the first. It should have ended in the first last fight,
and they didn't even try to really go at it that much in that. And if they actually come out, the old Cleveland Steamer.
3 minutes. Someone's getting gassed.
The Cleveland Steamer, not to be confused with the Alabama Hot Pocket. Yeah, my buddy at work told me about that.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Okay,
not want to know.
Never heard that one.
Yeah, Rosas has crazy strength. Keep the channel around a little bit. Make sure you take that into account when capping this fight, Corky Street. Deeper Shady coming in hot. All right, hey, this fight should be easy to break down, kind of quick. Men's lightweight, Manuel. What is it? El Loco, right? El Loco,
something like that. Yeah,
Loco. No Bueno Loco.
I gotta find
Bueno
him.
Loco.
Where is he at?
I think it's a Loco, right? Yeah, a Loco. Like I was saying. Versus Chris Duncan. Johnny, break this one down.
Yeah, I'm on Torres' side here. I think he is going to be too fast for Duncan, and we've seen Duncan get rocked multiple times in fights. And yeah, he does have pretty decent recoverability, but Torres is that kind of guy where he's going to finish what he started, and he's not going to let the do a Charlie Campbell impression and get knocked out afterwards. Like, this guy has crazy kicks, crazy knees, crazy elbows, and he lands with power, good speed in his hands. And that's going to be the difference here, is the speed and the striking. I mean, Duncan, he does have power in his hands. He can throw big shots too, but I don't trust his chin. I don't trust his striking defense. And he needs to wrestle for 2 rounds at least and wear down Torres. And a little unknown is Torres never been past a round and a half or into round 3, whatever. But we don't know if he has bad cardio. So I'm not going to say he has bad cardio. We just haven't seen it yet. But to me, I like Torres here. I just don't trust Duncan's chin. I think he gets this one done by knockout. And I'll say first round too.
I like that. I like where your head's at, Yannick J. Prop, how do you see this one?
Yeah, so I have the under 1.5 at +125. I mean, that online is just stupid for opening that line. I know people in my Discord were able to get it. Some people got +100, but yeah, I mean, it's either going to be a Torres knockout early or Torres is going to fade 3.5 minutes in, and I think Duncan's going to finish him. But I think a sneaky little prop, if it goes over 1.5 and both guys are tired, honestly, is Duncan by decision at +1,000, because I think he could actually wrestle Torres. maybe hold him down. I mean, he is training with Grant Dawson, but it's just the chin of Chris Duncan. I don't like his chin. Yeah, he has good recovery, but if you get hurt at all against Manuel Torres, he's just gonna run forward at you, and he's gonna do what he did to Nicholas Mota and just throw an elbow from hell. He throws his punches straight. I know in the Camacho fight, he was actually getting tagged up in the Camacho fight, and he looked tired when he was winging those punches. And if he wings punches like that and Duncan steps into a punch, Duncan can knock him out early as well. I feel like the money line is ridiculous here. I feel like if you're going to bet a money line here, you just bet Duncan on what the price is at now. But yeah, I'm fine with my under 1.5 and plus money. I have crazy CLV there, so I'm just going to stick with that. But the side for me at the money line price is Duncan, but I'm picking Torres to win by first round knockout.
Makes sense. Dollars make sense. Justin, Dravy. I'm reading the name right below your thing because
Wait. Dravy, is your first name Justin?
No.
Okay, sorry, Cody, you're wrong.
It's all good. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to disagree because we don't want to make this show boring. You know, everybody and their moms on Torres this week, and I'm on a little bit of an island here, which I love. Like, give me one people that you've seen on Twitter that are on Duncan, right? You can probably name me like 2 or 3, maybe.
One,
I'm from Quebec, so that's not New Jersey. Yeah, you can probably name me 1 or 2 people that are on Duncan that you see on Twitter, but I bet you can name me 20 or 30 that you see with Torres ticket, you know. Everybody on Torres, you know, and yeah, I mean, you can knock him out early. That's possible. Even a sub is possible. Come and sub early. That's his path to victory. But like, I think that after 4 minutes, I'm gonna say 4 minutes because I'm not gonna even say 5 minutes. Like, after 4 minutes, like even in the Camacho fight, the fight was like 3.5 minutes. The dude was tired, dude. Like his body language started to change. That was not a good look. With the last time he got the distance was like in 2018. He's finishing guy early to his credit, but I really think that his cardio is very questionable. And Duncan, like he doesn't have a good chin, but he has good recovery and he can get cracked early. But I've seen him get cracked early and kill the guy after as well. And Torres' striking defense is garbage. Like, people talking about Duncan striking defense not being great, but I mean, Torres getting hit like he doesn't give a fuck. He has good chin, that's good, but what happened when you block punches with your face and then you're tired and you didn't finish the guy and the guy is still there? And yeah, I mean, all the wrestling upside is on the Duncan side. I do rate Torres takedown defense early, but again, after 3-4 minutes, I think Duncan's going to be able to then takedowns. And Prop, you said it perfectly. It's not like it's all Torres one upside. Duncan has upside in the first round as well because Torres go out there is kill or be kill. He has the better chin. He's right for a first round finish. But if he doesn't get the first round finish, like, whose side you want to be on? You want to have a Torres minus 180 ticket, or you want to have a Duncan plus money? I'd rather be on Duncan after the round 1. I'm gonna have a hot take here, but I think after the first round, he's minus 250 in this spot. I favor him to win a decision. I favor him to win round 2, round 3, finish round 2, round 3, and I think he has upside to finish in 1. I give Torres credit. He's fast. He has a speed advantage. He's super dangerous, and we have seen Duncan get cracked before. But I also rate Campbell and Borshev as strikers. Like, I think they're very good strikers. And yeah, I mean, also Duncan has been improving. I know he didn't finish Asmul, but Asmul is tough as shit. I don't know if you guys watch his original, but the dude is tough, dude, and he has good takedown defense. So
he broke his arm.
Yeah, the dude is super tough, and Duncan didn't finish him in that fight. But he showed me the ability to go 15 minutes. He's training at ATT. He's improving fight to fight, and I mean, he has crazy cardio upside, crazy wrestling upside, and like I said, minus 250 after the first round. Yeah, if Torres kill him early, be it. But after 4 minutes, I think we see a switch. Like, my prediction for this fight is Torres gonna hurt him early at some point. He's gonna probably hurt him, right? Duncan's gonna be able to survive, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows, right? But after 3-4 minutes, we're gonna see a switch of momentum in that fight. We're gonna see Duncan we're gonna see Torres tired, and we're gonna see Duncan putting in on him at the end of the first round. And then we're gonna start the second round, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh shit, what's going on. Torres gonna have that Mike Malott moment. I don't think he's as good as what people think. And every time when we see these guys having big KO1, they're always overpriced by the market. Like the line was around a pick 'em at some point, and I do agree with that. If you want to bet Torres at these line, just bet the round 1. That's how you win. I wouldn't take KO though, because Duncan, if he's hurt, he's tough as shit, dude. He's gonna try to wrestle. He's gonna try to survive. So yeah, maybe put his head in a bad position. And also, bro, Torres' grappling defense is so weird. I think he can get exposed grappling wise. We didn't see it in the UFC, but on original didn't look good. Got submitted in the past. So yeah, give me Duncan here. And I think he get this done, dude. Rather be KO sub decision. I think he can win the fight. And yeah, I love to be on an island. Everybody is on Torres. Everybody I talk to on Torres. So yeah, man, be it. Maybe I'm just not seeing it, but I think this guy, if this fight is gonna get fraud check very soon.
Yeah, he probably will, but in this fight, the problem is that speed's gonna kill, and Duncan's fucking slow, dude. He throws power on the feet, but he's fucking slow. And then like the shots, like dude, like Torres hits fucking harder than Borislav and fucking Charlie Campbell, in my opinion. Like when he hits, dude, he fucks him up. Like Frank Camacho ain't easy to just go out there and put away like he did. And he kind of looks tired, but he just shakes out his hands and then he throws a bomb and knocks people out. Yeah, but he could be like DDP type tired, not like Mike Malott or one of them guys. But the fact is that Duncan doesn't have the craziest wrestling, so he ain't going to be able to come out there in the first minute and just take down Torres. So he's going to have to stand there and bang. And Torres is so much fucking faster than him, and we've already seen 2 dudes tear him up the same way, except Campbell got overzealous. But dude, Torres, when he starts hitting him and wobbles him, he's gonna finish Duncan, dude. I really think that. You're right though. Eventually, somebody's gonna fraud check him, but it's not gonna be the dude that we've already seen get beat up. Like the UFC doesn't want another Duncan in there. They're not trying to build up Chris Duncan right here, flying him down to Mexico to fight Torres. They want the dude, the Mexican that just kills people, El Loco, goes nuts, hitting people with elbows that kills them and stuff.
Yeah, but
like Nick Mota died, dude.
Do you think they wanted Neil Magny to beat Mike Malott in Canada, bro? Like
no, I get it, but I'm saying, yeah, but dude, like Neil Magny's world class, and that's a gatekeeper fight to see how good Malott is. This is just like a fucking crazy fight. This ain't a gate. They want El Loco. They just built the Performance Institute in Mexico. They seen Chris Duncan twice at the Contender Series start getting lit up by a dude just like El Torres that don't even hit as hard, ain't as long as him or nothing. Borislav usually beats people up with a bunch of shots, leg kicks, pieces you up over time. He knocked him dead with one left hook, like knocked him dead, put him out cold. But I just think Torres, dude, is going to get him here. But we will fade him, but I think he's going to get him here. I think this is the perfect fight for Torres out of all the fights, because not like Duncan's D1 Duncan. He's got like decent wrestling, okay stuff. But I just think that
he doesn't need to, bro. He doesn't need to be a D1. He can control him in the clinch. He can slow him down a little bit. And yeah, he's much faster, and that's the biggest problem here. But what happened to you speed after 3-4 minutes, right? When you're dead as tired, what happened? You're not as fast, dude. You're not as powerful. So
DDP does. DDP keeps it going.
Are we gonna compare Torres to DDP?
But we haven't seen him gas out yet.
I'm in Dallas Page, baby.
But we can't just assume though that he does, because we never really seen him just gas out. You know what I mean? That's
true. We haven't seen him gas out.
So just to think but I've seen Duncan get lit the fuck up by the same type of strikers. You know what I mean?
If Omar Morales is lighting you up, you got problems.
Yeah, and he's not that dangerous, dude. Whatever. Yashmush broke his arm in the first round. He still couldn't even.
Land a takedown. He couldn't get
on him, and he fought like close, but like it was because that dude couldn't punch with that arm or really block. But I got him at -115. But I'm with you. I like that first round knockout. And I bet Chris Duncan last fight against Ashmuth before the arm break. Like I bet him because that was like a good matchup. Ashmuth ain't really like the most athletic, fast striker unless he's fighting Sam Patterson. But I just think that he can get it done.
Yeah, but you got -115, so I mean you did a good job, bro. You got a good number on that. So yeah.
Well, he started -200 and people bet him down. I was just watching. I'm like, it ain't gonna go. It ain't gonna go to even. So I bet him there, and then it went back up. But
yeah, I got +170 on Torres, but I tracked +150 because like
on Miguel on Manuel Torres.
No, my bad. On Duncan, yeah, I guess.
I was like, holy shit.
No, I got +170, but like the line switched so quick, so I tracked +150. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be a good fight, that's for sure. And I mean, you're right about the UFC. The UFC want Torres to win, but we know that the UFC is not like is not in the cage fighting for these guys. And yeah, it's going to be a good fight, dude. I hope that we see the fight go past the first round, because I've heard.
Did you bet on Duncan?
Yeah, I bet on Duncan.
Oh, okay. So you are defending your units. Let's go.
I bet him. But bro, I'm betting the plus 170 dog. You know, like I'm putting my balls on the table. And you're just on everybody bet of the week, Cody. Come on, bro. Be different.
Early though. We got it early. Now, I mean, if you're playing them now at minus what, 190, like you said, that's not a good bet.
I would bet the KO. You know what I mean? At the 190.
We agree on that. At least we agree on that.
Oh, for sure. And
I'm not betting Torres now. No way.
And I agree with you too. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it looks like he's probably going to tire, but we don't know that because he swings big shots and then he'll like put out his arms and then he knocks the people out cold right after that. He did that against Mota and he'd only threw for like a minute 20, but I think that's just something he does, and he's tough as shit, dude, because Mota cracked him, and when he gets cracked, he wants to hit you with the elbow and kill you.
He was looking bad in the Mota fight. He was getting piece up.
But Mota's fast, got good hands like that, but he ate the shot that puts like Tom Nolan to the shadow realms. That shot probably puts Chris Duncan in the shadow realms too, because Mota does have a sick left hook. But
yeah, but I'm saying he was not looking good in that fight.
I mean, he killed him with an elbow. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can look good. You can look terrible until you don't.
Right, like fucking Volk. Volk was looking good, dude. Fucking whack. Johnny is like the Marab adopted Mexican of the week. Let's go. You should probably
Viva Mexico.
Everybody would have bought it. Everybody would have bought it. Brandon said Torres all day. Yes, let's go. Snerius in the building. Johnny, I bet him at plus 105 a month ago, and I felt like a good bet at the time. Still is Duncan for the win. He can win. I mean, it's okay. Get on there and play that. Prop's going to break down this next one. Prop, start us off with Yasmin Howergi versus Sam Hughes.
Yeah, so I think Howergi is obviously going to win. Not a hot take. She's minus 600.
Right.
I like the KL, but I'm not playing it because it's plus 225. But like Sam, I just don't see a victory path for Sam Hughes at all here. Like, I don't think she's going to be able to get takedowns here. Basically, her game plan in every fight is just to break you with cardio, and she absorbs damage, and she tries to wear on you. Yergi has power. 7 of her 10 wins come by knockout. She has a really good calf kick. In the Lucendo fight, she was trading bombs with Lucendo and clipping Lucendo, who is definitely a way better young prospect than Sam Hughes is. And it's like Sam Hughes is basically still making improvements to her game, and yeah, I mean, Amarim is a grappler, and she was just pulling guard in her last fight. She wasn't really striking. She gassed going for the rear naked choke, but Amarim was cracking her in the first minute early with the strikes that Yergi's really good with. But yeah, I think Yergi's going to beat up on the lead leg. I think Sam Hughes is going to absorb a lot of damage here. But yeah, I mean, the best bet I can give here is Yergi round 3 decision at minus 165 on DraftKings. But this fight's just a pass for me. But yeah. Gives me Jasmine by decision. Not a fight I'm interested in betting in.
I don't mind it. Yanni K, how do you see it going down?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Yasmin, but I will say this. I am worried ever so slightly with that chin of Yasmin's. I'm not saying Sam is the greatest puncher of all, but she can maybe get a takedown, maybe get some ground and pound going. But other than that, I mean, I got to go with Yasmin. I think she's way better striker. She got pretty good takedown defense. And I actually think she can get a KO in this spot. I know Sam's tough, but we've seen against Tisha Torres when she fought her, like her eye swelled up and then she lost doctor stoppage. But not to say that's going to happen here, but like she can get, if she gets pieced up, like she doesn't really hide it well too much in her face. So maybe, because Yasmin's a way better striker than Tisha Torres. I will say that. But give me not Tisha Torres. Give me Yasmin to win. I'm going to say knockout. I'll say second round. I think she gets it done. And maybe she shoots a lazy takedown and maybe a knee happens. Something like that. Something crazy. But I think she gets back on track here. And I know that Denise Gomes fight wasn't a good look. And she's been rocked a couple times, which scares me. But I'm not playing this fight at all. No bets, no overs, no unders. But I will, if I played anything, it would be Yasmin by KO.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, shout out to Shady too. Appreciate you coming out, hanging out with us tonight. Hope you and Miss Bum have a great night going out. Get some good food, man. Have a great time. I know you worked hard all week. Like, like everyone in here. Prop
Appreciate
you.
you, Shady.
You know, appreciate you coming out all the time, Shady, man. And good luck tomorrow, man. You're gonna kill it. I know you are. We're on a lot of the same bets. This line is silly. Yeah, I'm the same, man. I didn't get no bets in on it, but I like Howardy. I think she can KO her too, dude. Her hands are gonna be so much faster and she's gonna hit so much harder. And then when Hughes tries to shoot in, like, because like getting hit, like, what the fuck am I getting hit? Like, because Hughes ain't really been fighting nobody that's cracking her like this. Like Howardy, she cracks, dude, and I think that she's going to be able to finish Hughes. I like Howard by KO.
The under
I mean,
2.5, if you want to cover both your bases, is plus 160.
Yeah, but like it's more in Howard KO, and there ain't no way that.
Well, I know, but if you want to cover your bases, just in case maybe Sam lands a lucky, punch or something, the KO for Yasmin's only plus 200.
Then you might as well just put 3/4 of a unit on Yasmin KO, and then put a quarter unit on
Sam Hughes decision
inside the distance decision.
I would say decision.
I don't know the weird bets.
Plus 600 for or Sam Hughes by decision.
It's like a half bet, right? So it's like I bet this, and then if this don't happen, I get my money back.
Yeah,
right. Is that how them bets work though?
You just stay away at that point.
Yeah. All right. Dravy, how you see this Yasmin fight going down, bro?
Yeah, I was hoping we see some recency bias in that fight, because she was around minus 350, and then she just lost as a big favorite, and Sam Huge just won as a big underdog. So I was hoping people bet Sam Huge, so I just waited. But at minus 350, minus 300, she was a good parlay piece. I know people love to make a case for Sam Huge, but dude, I don't see it. Like, Yasmin is literally better everywhere, and Sam Huge is not going to be able to land takedowns. She's not going to out cardio Yasmin.
Exactly.
She has very good cardio. She's very tough, but like she out cardio girls. She's not going to out cardio Yasmin. She has very good cardio, and she's the much, much, much better striker. It's not even close. And yes, she's like, she has a weird chin, but like Sam Huge is not knocking her out. Like, that's not happening. She doesn't fight like Denise Gond. It's nothing similar. So I feel like she's fucked in that fight, to be honest. I wanted to bet the ITD, but then I don't really like the number. I don't really like the KO guys, because I know we have not seen it yet in the UFC, but Yasmin BJJ is legit as fuck. Like, she's training with Moreno on the daily. I don't know if she's training with him anymore, but she has very good BJJ. And Sam Huge, I don't think her grappling defense is that good, and she might force takedown in that fight. Yasmin takedown defense is very, very good. So if she forces takedown, I think Yasmin can get on top of her and then find a sub, because Sam might just be too tough to get knocked out. But yeah, I mean, the KO is live for sure, because she's just gonna be so much better than her. She's gonna hit way harder. But yeah, -6, -700. I just can't get there, of course. But the KO, the ITD is probably the play at these odds. Yeah, I bet Denise Gond plus 350 last time out. So I love to go against the iPad time, but that's a different matchup. Like Denise Gond, I bet the under 3.5 and Denise Gond. Like, that was big dog money, but like, I had a girl who was super dangerous against a girl that can get cracked. That's completely different. Yeah, I mean, big price tag is justified, but -6, -700, I just can't get there. So I'm gonna give out the ITD for Yasmin in that spot. What odds is that? That plus
165.
You know, the reason I decided to pass is I passed it on the under 2.5 at plus 250 on BetOnline, because I was like, oh, if the under 3.5 is plus 250, then the ITD is gonna be like plus 300 for Yasmin. That's exactly what I wanted. But then some big money came in on the under, and I got fucked. So at this point, I just don't like the numbers. So I decided to pass. And Sam Huge is tough, man. Like, she might survive.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's what I thought. I stayed away. But I did like that under too. Main event time. Yanni K picks. I'm gonna let you start this, because I know you got a hot take on this fight right here.
I love Yair.
Eagles and Panthers and Panteras.
I love Yair Rodriguez in this spot. And it's not because he won in his last fight and he was looking good. He actually had a good armbar in, and then all of a sudden, Ortega's shoulder popped, whatever you want to say, fluke injury, however you want to see it. I see it the other way. But Ortega's been out of the game, guys. Like, he's been out since that fight. And if you just listen to some of his interviews and all that good stuff, he just recently got to Mexico. He hasn't been training at elevation at all. His weight cut looked bad. This guy on the ceremonial weigh-ins didn't even look like he knew what was going on there. And Yair's all crazy, hyped up, ready to go, cardio for days, and way better striking. And I think his submission and grappling game is good enough to survive. Unless Ortega jumps a guillotine or something and gets him. That's the only way I see this fight happening for Ortega winning. But I love Yair to get this one done. I think he gets a knockout in the second or third round here, probably by head kick. I'm going to call it right now. At range, he's going to stay at range for the first round and a half, and after that, he's going to fly up that head kick, and it's going to happen. So I know Ortega's usually durable, but I think his cardio is going to fade him a little bit, and he's just not going to be the old Ortega that we're used to. But even then, he had his best performance against Korean Zombie, and he's never been remotely that close since that. So I have to go with Yair here. I like him probably too much. So give me Yair, especially the odds now, and more money is coming in on Ortega. And I do not get this at all. He is minus, what is he? 142 right now, and that's insane to me. I think it's a steal. This is a Dan Ige versus Andre Fili fight. Feel confident. If you bet Dan Ige, you knew how you felt. This is how you should feel about Yair Rodriguez. Defending my units right here.
Okay. Prop. I can tell you got something hot on this. Oh, come on, man.
Oh, come on, man.
Mute. Come on, man.
There you go.
Oh, come on, man.
I actually bet Ortega's late round props. I bet Ortega to win in round 3 at plus 1150. I bet Ortega to win in round 4 at plus 1700. And bet Ortega to win in round 5 at plus 2200. A quarter unit on each of them. I just go back and watch Rodriguez against Holloway, and Max Holloway literally has Yair Rodriguez in the third round in an arm triangle, and Yair Rodriguez was putting himself on the ground in that fight by just throwing a bunch of spinning shit. He was getting caught on kicks, and if you actually watch closely, Max Holloway caught it with the jab and caught him with caught the leg kick, and that's how he got him to the ground. And Ortega literally caught Volk in the same way and put him in the mounted guillotine, especially in the third round. And Ortega has all his finishes, especially coming in the third round by submission. I mean, he's submitting guys like Moicano in the third round, who has great jiu-jitsu. I think Rodriguez's movement is going to be very good in the first couple of rounds. I think he's going to be able to work the leg, but the calf of Ortega. But Ortega has a really good jab. I mean, he has really good fight IQ as well. He was landing some good shots on Volkanovski, but the power was just too much for Ortega in that fight. Ortega took down Yair, but yes, Yair is offensive off his back. But how offensive can he be the whole entire fight to keep Ortega off him? Because I feel like in the late rounds, Ortega's going to have the cardio advantage. I know he hasn't fought since UFC Long Island, but he had Volkanovski in the worst spot possible before he even faced Saporia in the late rounds. And I've seen Yair slow down. He's going to use a lot of movement. He's going to try to stay on the outside, and Ortega's just going to try to get in his face. And I think Yair has really shitty grappling. I think he's terrible up against the fence. He always looks at the ref. He goes for fence grabs, and I just think Ortega's going to be able to get him down. And if Ortega gets him down, I think he could submit him late. I think he could put pressure on him. And so give me Ortega the win in the late rounds. I'm going for a big shot here. So, yeah.
Like I said, I don't hate it.
About it.
But I do a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. That was passive aggressive a little bit.
A little bit.
Dravy, be their tiebreaker. Who you got on this one, big dog?
Yeah, I'm not confident on this fight, guys. I know Johnny is more confident than me. I'm gonna pick Yair to win, but I think Prop made some good points for Ortega. I disagree with you, Johnny, on the cardio aspect. I think Ortega has better cardio than Yair, to be honest.
Elevation.
And yeah. I think his cardio is pretty solid, to be honest. Yair Rodriguez is training at elevation. I know that. But in his fight, he doesn't have bad cardio. That's not what I'm trying to say. Is as the fight goes on, I think Ortega is going to take over. I think he's going to pressure him. I think he's going to pressure him the fuck off, bro, to be honest. Yair is going to piece him up bad at distance, but Ortega is going to pressure him with his boxing. And he has decent boxing, to be honest. And I think the pressures might get to Yair at some point. And in the first fight, he landed the takedown pretty early. He got on top. So yeah, I mean, I don't rate Rodriguez grappling, to be honest. I think that defensively, he's very vulnerable. He's not good defensively, and we know that Ortega BJJ is nasty, and he's gonna pressure the kicker. So that's my worry here. But at the same time, I don't want to bet either guy because at distance, Yair is gonna lit him up. Like that's not gonna be competitive. The kick's gonna be landing all night. But then if Ortega can survive and make a fight pressure with the boxing and then takedowns and get on top, I think he's live for a sub. So yeah, it's 5 rounds, which it made me think there's going to be a finish, and I think the 5 rounds my favorite Ortega in that one. But yeah, both of them are very tough. And on the other end, why I don't like Ortega that much is the layoff, the inactivity, the injuries, and everything. So make me want to pick Yair. But then last time out, I picked Yair. He was plus 130 or something. Now he's minus 150, minus 140. So I feel like I have no value on it. I don't have a strong read, a strong opinion. So rather just passing at this point. But yeah, I feel like it should be closer to a pick 'em probably. So it might be some value on Ortega. But when people bet back Ortega when he was plus 160-ish, I think it was a good bet. Now at these odds, I guess you might get some value. But at this line, I still I'm picking Yair to win. So yeah, I don't really like Ortega money line at these odds, but the sub prop I like plus 350, plus 400. It's a good look.
And that's probably how he wins.
Yeah. I bet Yair last time too took the win, but like I'm not like other people. What I seen, I didn't like what I was seeing happening. I didn't like the fact that even Ortega was trying to wrestle him that early, and then I didn't like the fact that he got the takedown. Because if he's getting the takedown early in the first round, if he doesn't get his arm broke off, then he's probably going to keep getting the takedowns, especially as Yair slows down, and Ortega just needs to take your back one time or you to just make any mistake. Like, and he's so durable that yeah, Yair's going to land some big shots on him, of course, but I think he's durable enough to take him and then just wear on him, keep out of kick range, get in boxing range, work for the takedowns. And he's so dangerous that I know it's been a while since he subbed anybody, but he does have 6 submissions. You know what I mean? And Yair, he does have decent jiu-jitsu, but he's still a striker. You know what I mean? He's like a Taekwondo karate guy to start with. So I'm going to take Ortega because I'm just going to say at some point in them 5 rounds, he's going to get the finish. He's going to get a sub somehow. So club and sub, something, just anything. Catches a kick like Prop was saying. So give me Ortega, but I don't have any bets. I like the over 3.5 or under 3.5, and I put that as one of my bets. But I picked the Charas over that too because these are both really tough dudes, and they're hard to finish. Both of them's hard to finish.
If you like the under, because Yair is going to get the under.
I think Ortega could sub him.
I think Ortega's late round props are the steal of the card.
It's the late round props with Ortega.
And I think you live bet him in the 3rd round.
He could hit a guillotine and dude, he could club and sub. You ain't seen when he hit Cub Swanson, Frankie Edgar.
Did you see when Max Holloway put him in a standing guillotine in the 3rd round? I mean, Max Holloway of all people, it's just
Max Holloway is the 2nd best featherweight in the world.
I know, but it's a submission game.
Brian What's the line on Ilya?
I don't care what you say.
What's the line on Ilya versus Max? Really quick before we get in this.
We don't have this. I think.
If they fought, I'm saying if they fought, but without Max fighting Gaethje and taking another 18 months,
probably Max would be minus 150.
No, fuck no.
Topuria would probably be minus 175.
You think so?
I mean, if you give me that line, Johnny, we can make a bet together. Yeah. Max 150. You gave me Topuria plus 125. We can make a bet.
Too, so
but it won't happen because he's going to go fight Gaethje.
I think they'll start out Max
being a favorite. Gaethje, there's no point in him going back down and fighting Topuria because he's about to take a lot of damage.
I want to bet Max against Gaethje too. I want to tape that so bad.
He just don't hit hard enough, dude. He don't hit hard enough, man.
I just want to say this: the eagle lives 70 years, guys.
How long do eagles live?
After 40 years, they go into the mountains.
They gotta
get their beak off.
Feather job.
They get their feathers off. They get their claws off, or talons, if you want to say. They come back stronger with their beak and their talons.
Is that what he did?
Apparently, that's what he did for 2.5 years, or whatever it is. So
you're fucked then, Johnny.
Did you see him? Did you see him on the scale? Did you see him at the ceremonial weigh-ins? He could barely breathe.
Bro, he went and fucking did his
tomorrow night.
He should come in with his head shaved like he did against Korean Zombie. It's the best fight he ever had.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's not even close to that ever.
Main event rematch. Brandon Moreno versus Brandon Royval. Dravy, you can start this one.
That's a good fight, dude. I know you guys have Moreno for your leg of the different units, right?
Yes, sir.
I think he's probably gonna win, but I'm not gonna lie and act like plus 250 on Royval is not tempting. Because like the dude is super dangerous. He's super like he make fight wars. And Moreno, I mean, his chin's got cracked a couple of times lately. I know he was against Figgy and against Pantoja, but I feel like his durability, because he has been in a lot of war, might be a little bit on the decline. I know he's young, but I think it might be a little bit on the decline. And the Royval, he hits hard as fuck, and he's super dangerous. So I feel like I can see a scenario where Royval finish him. At the same time, on the other hand, Moreno can land takedowns. We know that Royval takedown defense is not good. Moreno's probably going to be winning the minutes, and I favor him heavily in a decision. Big wrestling upside, so I understand why he's the favorite. He's also fighting in Mexico, of course. I know Royval's on short notice, but I don't think it's going to affect his cardio because the dude cardio is super good. So I don't think it's going to affect him personally. But my worry with him is he was not really prepared for this fight. Like he said in an interview that he was not really prepared. That's a concern. And like what I was about to say, yeah, he didn't prepare for the fight, and he still have a big weight cut, Royval. So that's that. And then he didn't have time to improve his takedown defense, and he probably never will. So Moreno can land takedowns, but I don't think he has the same control of Pantoja, and I don't think he has the same submission skills of Pantoja. So I don't really think he can submit him. But I think Moreno can potentially knock him out, and he can win a decision with wrestling. But yeah, I can see Royval finishing him. Just hard for me to be confident in that because Moreno has never been stopped and he fought killers. And yeah, so do I really want to play plus 250 on Royval if I think he need to finish against a guy that has never been finished? Not really. On the other hand, do I really want to play Moreno at minus 275 against a guy that I think is super good and very dangerous like Royval? Not really either. So I'm just passing. The fight doesn't go as decent though, just because of the style of matchup. They're gonna go at it. They're gonna have a fun fight. I don't see any world where like the fight doesn't go, for example, doesn't cash and doesn't look like value. I think last time I checked, it was around minus 135 or something. So I think it's good, especially it's a 5-rounders. But yeah, I guess the more likely outcome is probably Moreno by decision. But yeah, I do love some violence in that fight. Just hard for me to be confident in just Royval finishing him. But it will be dope if he does. There will be like, everybody will be like, oh damn, and then the rematch with Pantoja in Brazil, book it. But yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. I hope for y'all it's not gonna happen because I don't have a bet. I don't have a bet on this fight, so I'm gonna be rooting for Moreno. So yeah, you guys can cash the parlay again this week.
Love it.
Fiction can be fun, but I prefer the reference section myself. Hey, MMA Pride. He's like, I don't need. That's a movie from when Dravy was probably born. I don't even know if he's born yet. Early 90s. Prop, how you see this one going down?
Yeah, so I actually bet the fight doesn't go to decision on DraftKings at minus 135 for 1.35 units. I actually think Royval actually has a better chance to finish Moreno than any of his opponents, honestly, because Moreno actually fights better against power punchers more than he fights against pressure. Like, because if you actually watch the first fight between Royval and Moreno, Royval was getting a lot of strikes off him. He was landing knees. He was actually going to the leg kicks a lot. But that's when Moreno was fighting in a very wide stance. But since he left James Cross, he's actually developed his stance now. He moves a lot. He has a very good lead left hook, and he follows it with a very good overhand right. I didn't like how Royval was reacting to the body, especially when Pantoja was tired and kicking him to the body, especially with the left kick to the liver. I didn't like how he reacted. Pantoja was also just desperately trying to hold him and control him. His corner was telling him to just control him and hold him on the ground and not try to submit him and lose position because they didn't want Royval to pressure him. I think Royval is going to pressure Brandon Moreno here a lot because especially hearing the interviews, like Royval didn't really want to take this fight. Like he took this fight just so he can go to Mexico City. He hasn't had time to improve on the takedown defense. So I feel like stylistically, as Dravy mentioned, that's why I bet it. There's going to be a lot of moments in this fight where this fight can end. The pace is going to be crazy. It's in 7,700 feet of elevation. I just really like the spot, and like Moreno can crack, man. I've seen him, like his power is definitely developing at 125 now, and he's just so much better now from where he was in 2021 fighting Brandon Royval. So I feel like Royval, if he just stands on the outside, he's going to lose the boxing. He's going to have to pressure Brandon Royval. He's going to have to pressure Brandon Moreno, because that's where Moreno kind of tends to struggle. And as Dravhy mentioned, like Moreno does get dropped, but yeah, I like the fight doesn't go here. I feel like there's going to be a lot of moments where this fight can end, but on the finishing upside, I do lean Brandon Moreno by knockout over the sub, but the sub is extremely live here though, because he even took Pantoja's back very slick as well, and not a lot of people take Pantoja's back the way Brandon Moreno did. So I think the sub is on the table. I think Royval can knock him out. I think Royval can sub him. I think there could be a finish from either side here. So violence for me here.
Nice. Johnny, how do you see it going down?
I see Brandon Moreno winning this fight, and I like Royval as a fighter. I do like his style. He's crazy. Submissions, knockouts, all that good stuff. But Moreno is a tough SOB. He's got the cardio to back it up. I think he's the better technical striker on the feet. I think he can get that wrestling going if he needs to. And the only, like I said, the only thing I see maybe Royval winning is maybe a lucky spinning elbow with a good time, something like that. Like, because honestly, Moreno should win this fight 9 out of 10 times. Like, he's that guy. Like, he is the number 2 to the number 1. Like, he is the Max Holloway to Volkanovski with Pantoja, because Pantoja is just that good, and Moreno is right underneath him, and there's nobody in that range here in the flyweight division at the moment. But Moreno is I think he's just too technical. He should be able to be safe on the feet. If he gets rocked, I think he'll shoot takedowns and he'll be fine controlling him. Maybe not as much as Pantoja did, but it's enough to where I think it'll slow down Royval for at least the moment and make him get, recover a little bit more. But I don't think he gets rocked at all. So I'm going to go with Moreno getting a late stoppage or decision. If you want to do like a FanDuel bet of like rounds 4-5 decision Moreno, I think that's a great bet. I think you might even get it at plus money. I think that happens, and I'm very, very confident Moreno gets it done.
Yeah, I like Moreno here too. I mean, Royval fought 2 months ago, a 5-round title fight right before Christmas. You think he went right back to working out for Christmas and New Year's Eve, and then he said they called him sometime early January to ask him if he wanted to be a backup for the Moreno Albazi fight. And he's like, yeah, free trip to Mexico City. Like, he said he didn't think it was going to happen. And then they called him a little later. So he's fighting like a month after that. So how much in shape can you really be to go fight 5 rounds against Moreno? Like, he's probably I like props bet because he's probably going to come out hard, but like Moreno hits hard too, man. And you can't just get sloppy. We've seen, I've seen Matt Schnell drop Brandon Royval. You know what I mean? Kaikar France dropped him. Like, they end up dropping each other, but like I've seen people drop Brandon Royval and him get hurt. So the difference, like even with the Pantoja had to wrestle him a shit ton and like kind of hold him down. But Moreno's really got better striking than Pantoja. It's just that for some reason, Pantoja, when he hits Moreno, he falls down every time. Like, it's just fucking weird how he has his number like that.
Yeah.
Because if you watch Davison Figueiredo and Pantoja fight, when Figueiredo was hitting Pantoja, he was the one that was getting rocked every fucking time. Like, Figueiredo pretty much beat him down all 3 rounds, but then he fights Moreno. But Moreno's also a little bigger too than Pantoja. You know what I mean? So that'll help him. But I like him. I think everything's against Royval. He took this fight on short notice. I don't even think he thinks he can. Like, he's going to go out and throw some stuff, but I don't. You know what I mean? He's already getting built-in excuses, and he has the excuse. He didn't even have to make them. It's literally built against him. He's got 1 month training camp. His wrestling didn't get better, and like I said, I think Moreno can hurt him standing or on the ground. So give me Moreno. I really like him. I could see him getting a decision, and I can see him getting the finish. I really like the finish here because of altitude, short notice, and they're probably going to go at it. And Royval, he's gassed before, even kind of like against Pantoja in the first time they fought and stuff. I just don't think he's going to be in that great shape. He probably got paid really well for that title fight against Pantoja, chilled over Christmas, New Year's Eve, had a good time, and took another fight. He's probably getting paid really well for this one too. And it's his chance. I'm not saying he's not going to try, but the cards are stacked against him. Want to shout out everybody that came out tonight. Dravhy, PropAholic, tell everybody where they can find you guys. Dravhy first.
Yeah, so you guys can follow me on Twitter. It's Dravy_. Also, you can follow BTL Broadcast on Twitter and Beat the Line Broadcast on YouTube. That's where I break down every card with my guys every week. Just a fun show. And yeah, then if you want all my bets for every weeks, you can go into my Dub Club. The link is in my bio in my Twitter. I run a 50% promo for this month, so for the next month it's going to be available still, but you need to sign up before the end of February to get the 50% off. Currently up 41 unit this year, which is crazy. We only in February. I won 105 units last year, so very consistent, very profitable. So yeah, I just want to keep it rolling. But yeah, you guys can cash with me. You can catch me on Twitter as always, posting free bet every week. And yeah, let's keep cashing. Thanks for having me, Cody. It's always fun to be on the show with you guys. Always a good crew.
Yeah,
Right
no
on.
problem, man. We always appreciate having you. Prop, where can everybody find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me at MMA_PropAholic on Twitter. You guys can find me at MMA PropAholic on YouTube. And I'm making a TikTok where I'll be posting 1 minute short breakdown clips of my bets that I will be posting for next week as well. That'll be linking in my Twitter profile. And you guys can find me on Bet MMA Tips as well, which is linked in my Twitter file for third party track betting. I have, I think, 11 bets this week, and 9 of them are plus money. So looking forward to tomorrow's card. As always, it's I like being on the show with you guys, Cody and Johnny, and it was nice doing the show with you again as well, Dravy. And yeah, guys, best of luck to you guys tomorrow, and let's make some money.
Right on.
Excellent. Yanni K, anything to say?
Yeah, definitely check out Dravy and MMA Propaholic. The links are in the description below. Make sure you go give them a follow. Go sign up for their Patreons, all that good stuff. Club, or is it? I want to say Club Dub, but is it Duh Club?
It's Dub Club.
Dub Club. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
it's a little new.
I know people are not super familiar with that, but basically, when I bet something, I track it on BetMA Tips. Like it's always tracked. But on Dub Club, I post the bets and I post a full breakdown with the bet, so you can see if you like it. Then if you want to tell, you tell. If not, that's good. But yeah, that's a good platform. A lot of people are on the Dub Club these days, so you can sign up with like your email or phone number. So you get the plays directly sent to you, and then you can check on it and read the breakdown. So that yeah, I'll say that's good, bro. Like that's the first try I gave them, and yeah, that been working good.
Right on. And then definitely, obviously, Defend Your Units is doing their bet number 3 ladder challenge. It's under 1.5 for the Charas fight.
Johnny. It's not a bet, it's a step, Johnny.
Step bet number 3, step number 3, whatever you want to say. Charas under 1.5. Moreno money line. Let's get it. We're going up to 25K. UFC 300 is the last.
Isn't that weird how that worked out?
Isn't that crazy?
Yo,
25K on 300. Woo.
That'd be sweet. Buy tickets to 301 then.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I just appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Dravy, Propaholic, Yanni K. Everybody's links are in the description to all the Twitters and stuff. And appreciate Sleuth, Ulysses, Ryan Grant, Jason Ward, Justin Villegas, Maestro came out tonight. The Bookie Man coming out all the time. Johnny Newquist, thank you for the donation. MMA Ricky, thank you for coming out for the donation. Justin Villegas, Donnie, everybody that came out, man. Let's see, Andy, Sneerius, but Jaden Pineda always coming out. Cody Dank, man. Everybody check out Cody Dank. But then my dude Dodd and Cucumber, everybody, man. If I missed your name, I'm sorry. Jeff Bruno, everybody, we really appreciate you guys coming out. Good luck tomorrow. Let's smoke these bookies. That's what it's all about. They got too much money, so let's take it. Let's take it. See you guys.